Yes. All right, friends, we're here. Welcome to it. Welcome to it. It's Abdallah. Hi. Hi. How are you? Good morning. Those of you guys that are watching live, those of you guys that are watching post, there are going to be chapters on the bottom of the screen that'll skip you about an hour of discussions with the chat to when we actually do the reactions to the Mario Kart World Direct. Now, the Mario Kart World Direct is only going to be about 15 minutes, but the stream is going to be a lot longer. An hour in the front for speculation and chat with everyone, 15-minute reaction, and then we're going to go into the analysis and final thoughts at the very end. That's what we're going to be doing for you, so welcome to it. Those of you guys that are watching, thank you for watching it here. You guys really mean the world to me when you guys do that. That is amazing. You guys could be just in bed, just watching it on your own. You guys could be watching it with another content creator, but no, you guys chose to watch it here because we give the real takes. We're not shills, we're not sycophants, we're sick of the nonsense. Yeah, we're sick of the nonsense here, man. Oh my gosh, man. Sycophants? Wow, what a word. I've been using that word a lot more recently, so it's crazy to think about. Okay, so a couple things. I like to start this off with my genuine monologue about what I feel that I'm excited for, what I'm feeling. Honestly, it's an emotional time to be a Nintendo fan, right? If you're a kid, you don't care. It's Mario Kart. Your parents are going to buy it for you anyway. If you are older and you make your own money, your own responsibility, and you work really, really hard for your money, then this is going to sting for you. Look, $80 is a lot for a game, right? And with the price tag of $79.99, a lot of people are just like ignoring the fact that in the United States, we pay anywhere from 6 to 10% sales tax on that. So realistically, it's about $85 to $88 for a game. I don't want to hear inflation. I don't want to hear any of that stuff because wages haven't gone up at the same rate of inflation. I don't want to hear about any of that, right? Dude, $80 plus is a lot, especially for a game that's in a series that we love playing. We've been playing Mario Kart for decades. I've been playing Mario Kart since Super Nintendo, right? You guys know me. I'm not just new to the scene. We've played every single Mario Kart game. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this price hike doesn't sting, I'm just looking out for all the families out there. And as a fan, it's totally frustrating. But at the same time, part of my job as a content creator, as a YouTuber, is to really showcase the games on day one so that you can see what you're getting before spending your hard-earned money, before spending the $500 on Mario Kart, before spending the $800 on Mario Kart plus all the accessories plus tax, all that stuff. Whether I love it or not, I'll be buying it and covering it just for you guys, so that you guys understand what you're getting into, not just for me. So think of me doing gameplay of Mario Kart Switch 2 as like a live demo. That way you guys can decide for yourself if all these games are worth the full price tag. Like it's just really hard, man. It's just really hard to think about, dude. Like the sales tax and everything like that. It's rough, dude. With the $86 to $88 on this, and like Doug Bowser, like I love the guy. I met him multiple times. Really, really stand-up guy, doing really good things for the company. But he goes on record saying, we're going to do value pricing. We're going to do value pricing on Mario Kart and all the Switch 2 games, and we're going to price games differently based on what we think the perceived value is going to be. Dude, that's the way it's been since day one, right? That's literally been Nintendo's mantra since day one. They value their first-party IPs super, super high. They're never going to drop the price. You can already see that the Breath of the Wild game is going to be $80. You're going to see that Nintendo and Mario games don't really drop prices at all, unless you buy them secondhand, used, or you bum it off of eBay where you win a bid where someone doesn't care about that. But value pricing has always been a thing in the world of Nintendo. You can look it back to the N64 launch, right? We had, Zelda for like $60 and Diddy Kong Racing for like 40, right? Value has always been a thing for them. So value pricing, don't give me that nonsense. It's how it is right now is Nintendo of Japan is they're differently run. They're run differently than they were run in the Wii U era, in the Wii era. They're just trying to make money now. And they're really trying to tap into that concept of how do we make money? Right? How do we make money? Oh, well, we should just raise the prices overall And then now that message is being sent over to Nintendo of America. Back in the day, Reggie Fils-Aimé, who was president of Nintendo for a good while during like the entire 3DS era, um, he did an awesome job. Like he did an awesome job. He was the one that was fighting back at Nintendo and really pushing back at Nintendo about how greedy they were. They wanted to charge for Wii Sports back in the day, right? They wanted to charge for all the different software putting in on games. The Nintendo 3DS had some freeware built in on that. But Reggie fought that and he's like, dude, it needs to be free so that people can get this in their hands and have value added. So he fought that and then he eventually won. So now we know the legacy of Wii Sports pack-in on Nintendo Wii, which could have easily been $10, $20, $30 game. But I think management in Nintendo Japan is different, and they're really just sending that message over to Nintendo America saying, this is our price. You guys better figure out your consumers. Figure out a way of convincing them that spending $80+ on games is going to be the way forward. And yeah, there's going to be some games that are going to be $70, sure. But this is what we're doing and we're sticking with it. So figure a way of spinning that. So Doug Bowser goes on stage and he says, hey, you know what? If you can't afford a Nintendo Switch 2, we got something for you. It's called a Nintendo Switch 1. Ooh, boy, I should show you that clip. I gotta look that clip up. He says, hey man, not everyone can afford a luxury item like a Nintendo Switch 2, so too bad, so sad. We've got something called a Nintendo Switch 1 for you. Ouch, man. That freaking hurts. It's like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't have enough money to buy it. Oh, well, that's on you, man. Oh, my God. Thanks for the super chat, Deanna. You're awesome. But yeah, it is definitely a money grubby company right now, run by some different people. And you can see all the new faces in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Like, we haven't seen them before. We don't know who those guys are. We could do some research on it. But at the end of the day, their job is to be businessmen, right? Be businessmen, not really thinking about value. Of course, outside of Japan, because you can buy a region-locked Japanese Nintendo Switch for like $300, which is way cheaper. But of course, that's not an option in the United States. It's not an option in the UK. It's not an option anywhere else in the world. So tell me about that. I don't know, man. I think it sets a bad precedent. It sets a bad precedent. It's really wild. If $86 or $88 games becomes the new normal, we're looking at a future where every major release it costs close to $100 just out the door, man. And that's not a Nintendo thing, dude. Nintendo's been priding themselves on value, family, being the more affordable console. Right now, it's just setting a dangerous precedent for the entire industry. And the thing that's hard is it's hard because they just slapped it on Mario Kart, right? They could have slapped it on, the next Mario Odyssey or the next Mario Galaxy if they launched with a 3D Mario title. They could have slapped it on that. So it's hard right now because Mario Kart's the #1 selling Nintendo Switch game of all time, right? And everyone knows that name. So now they're going to say, okay, well, if we hide it behind Mario Kart, people are just going to buy it. So right now we have an entire 15 minutes. Watch out. We only gave you 15 minutes of like gameplay and we're going to sell you on it. So right now you're a consumer and I really like to know where you're at, right? Are you a consumer that is weary about the prices? Are you a consumer where you're just a kid and your parents buy you everything, so this doesn't matter? You're going to play Mario Kart regardless. Or do you really care about the amount of money that you spend and you don't really feel like spending $500 actual dollars, of course, plus tax, for a new Mario Kart, right? Where do you guys stand on that? I'd like to know. You guys already know my stance. Yeah, if I was a regular consumer, I would be very upset. I would do it begrudgingly, like I'm doing right now. I don't know. It's just setting a bad precedent. And the thing about it is that Nintendo knows that they can get away with it. So unless we're like soft boycotting Nintendo Switch 2, I don't see how Nintendo's going to come out of this in the red, right? I don't see it. There's too many Nintendo fanboys. There's too many, sycophants that are just like, well, Nintendo, take my money, man. It's going to hurt, but I'm just going to give it to you, right? There's too many of those people. But I would be genuinely curious, what percentage of those people are going to be the main consumer, right? In my mind, I'm like, dude, I want Nintendo Switch to not do so well. I want it to be like the Wii U launch, where it was just like, all right, well, why do we want to buy this? I want this to be like the new Nintendo 3DS launch, where people are like, okay, well, this is just the same system with a couple more upgrades. This is not really that different. It's not a generational leap. I want it to be that so that Nintendo can go back to the drawing board and say, and see what they're doing. See what they're doing right now. Because what they're doing is not okay. And I'm not the only one that feels that, man. We're going to put the chat up on screen. I'll put the chat up on screen a little bit later so that you guys can see it. But like, yeah, everyone's going to be saying, drop the price, because they know that this is ridiculous. We're getting charged an arm and a leg for something that's not worth an arm and a leg, right? It's absolutely not worth an arm and a leg, and I'll tell you why. Mario Kart World is the launch title that is first party, that is only exclusive on Nintendo Switch 2. Think about that for a second. They've already announced 2 really, really popular games that are going to be dual launch, meaning on Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2. Man, I need a prop. Give me my Nintendo Switch 2. I need a prop. Okay. Give me that. Yeah, here we go. So we got props. Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch. Mario Kart is just going to be on this, meaning you're going to be forced to pay $500 for this. Slightly faster. Okay, it has a chat button. Who cares? I'm not going to go over the small amount of upgrades that it has, but you're paying $500 for Mario Kart. They could have released it on both. They could have released it on both systems. There were 2 titles that were announced that are released on both. Do you guys know them? I'll give you 2 seconds. Yeah, of course you know them. Pokemon Z to A, which is the next Pokemon game we've all been waiting for a long, long time, and Metroid Prime 4, which we've been waiting for even longer, right? So those 2 games are going to be on Nintendo Switch, but the thing is, though, you don't have to spend $500 on a Nintendo Switch 2. They're going to be able to sell it to you on Nintendo Switch, albeit the graphics are going to be a little bit lower, maybe frame rate's going to be lower. We're already used to piss poor graphics and frame rate on this platform. We're already used to it, dude. We're behind the times. You look at PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, you look at Xbox, this is not good compared to it regarding graphics and processing power. Oh, sorry. But that's what I'm talking about. And that's what really, really irks me about Nintendo's message here. They're not doing a dual release at all for Mario Kart. They could have. They absolutely could have. And we're gonna prove that today. We're gonna prove that today that Mario Kart World can easily be a game on Nintendo Switch 1 at dual launch in order to not price gouge and lock out people to force people to buy the Nintendo Switch. But the reason why they did that is because they need to sell the new system, because businessmen at the top of management at Nintendo say, hey, how do we sell this new system that is a little bit better, right? The pro version of the Nintendo Switch. How do we sell this? Well, let's lock it behind Mario Kart. Are you sure you want to do that, boss? Because what if we just... I think we'll sell more if we add some exclusive features to the Nintendo Switch 2 version, but dual launch it. Kind of like what we did with The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, when we launched it on Nintendo GameCube, which was the previous generation, and then we launched it on Nintendo Wii the same day, right? To give people an added way of playing, right? You had the Nintendo Wii remote and everything like that. And then we also did that for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It was a Wii U game. And now they launched it on Nintendo Switch, which was a lot more powerful. You could take it wherever you want to go. Why don't we do something like that, boss? Because it's not a new generation and they need money. And that's trash to me. That is really hurtful to me. Dude, I've been in the business for so long. It's just, I don't like it. Am I hyped for Mario Kart World? Yeah, I love Mario Kart. I'm wearing my Mario Kart shirt, dude. We've done 2 Mario Kart marathons where we played through every single game on my channel. But like, are you really just gonna like the fact that they're adding every single enemy in the Mario universe? A cow from Moo Moo Meadows? Is that really what's gonna convince you to buy this game? If that's the case, then go for it, dude. I would think that people would be a little bit more critically thinking and seeing through the BS and seeing through the impact that this $88 game is going to have, right? Oh, but no, forget the price, man. Yo, I could play as the cow, dude. I could play as the cow. Oh my gosh, the Moo Moo Meadows cow. I can play as the cow. Did you see him do a backflip? Come on, man. Be real. Be real, dude. I hate that so much. And I'll go on record saying it. I don't like it. I don't like where Nintendo's going right now. It sucks. It really does suck. If Nintendo gave us more value, and just ate the cost, man. You don't have to make this much profit. Nintendo has billions of dollars. I'm gonna look it up right now. How much billions is Nintendo worth? How many billions, let's see, of dollars is Nintendo worth? Let's think about it. And their stock is like $17, bro. Like, come on now. That's so bad. Okay, as far as a recent data in 2025, Nintendo's market capitalization, which is the total value of all of its shares, is around 60 to 70 billion dollars. So like, dude, that's a lot, man. Company has strong financials due to ongoing sales of Nintendo Switch, Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, and various licensing deals. With the Switch 2 on the horizon, investor confidence has remained relatively high. Like, they're around that much money. Do you honestly think that dropping the price of Mario Kart games to, I don't know, $60 like we're used to on Nintendo Switch, dropping the price of the system to an even 400 bucks, like, do you think that's going to break them? Or do you think that it'll sell a lot more systems and a lot more games and reinstill the trust that these Nintendo consumers have had over the last, 20, 30 years? Like, that's so insane to think about. They're just like price gouging us. They're like squeezing us for an extra $50 here, an extra $100 here, right? Dude, if you're bundling Mario Kart with the game, how are you able to pay $50 for it? For $50 more, you get Mario Kart. How are you able to do that and then go around and say, oh, if you buy it without the bundle, it's $80. We're gonna just start charge you $30 more. How do you do that, right? And look at these gems, man. Look at these other gems of games that don't cost $80. Oh my gosh. Can you guys name some games that are really, really popular and have loads of replayability, not this value pricing based on whatever subjective Nintendo thinks? Like, go ahead, think right now at home. What's a game that was under $80 that you really enjoyed and spent, let's say, 100 hours on, right? You tell me. Let's actually have this conversation. That was not, and like, how much was it, right? Like Among Us, dude. Remember Among Us in like 2020? How expensive was Among Us? And that was like literally the game that everyone played, right? Fortnite is absolutely free. And people, that is like probably one of the most top 10 played games ever. Fortnite, absolutely, right? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 60 bucks, right? Oh my gosh, Mr. McGillicuddy says it right over there. I think the phrase too much is not enough, being Nintendo's current motto. Absolutely. I agree with that, right? Animal Crossing, $60 game. You got hundreds of hours into that. Oh man. Yeah, like that's the thing. Kingdom Hearts, whatever. That's okay. So take a look. Among Us was literally $5. It blew up in 2020, man. Minecraft, literally the most popular game in the world, the most best-selling game ever. It's $15. That's a $15 game. You mean to tell me $80 for Mario Kart World is justified? No way. Stardew Valley, one developer made that entire game, tons of content, cozy vibes, cult hit for replayability. I've never played it, but it's $15. I remember Untitled Goose Game. That was 20 bucks. That was cool. Power Wash Simulator. People love that game. 20 bucks. Fall Guys. Pretty much free right now, right? Insane to think about. Oh my gosh, man. So like that's the context, right? You have these developers that'll price their game at like something lower. But now it's just like, we'll see what the sycophants and the shills will do, and we'll make money off of them, right? And the concept of it not being cheaper on digital just blows my mind. Like, if you're gonna charge $80 for Mario Kart physical, like I get it, right? A physical game, you know what? I get it. There's a lot of cost in physical games. There's marketing. across all of the distribution centers. There's packaging. There's, the cost of the actual physical cartridge itself, the chips inside it. There's shipping costs. There's, liability. There's insurance. There's loss and damage. There's a lot of things involved with the cost of a game, a physical game, right? Because remember, like, in order to get it into GameStop, there's a lot of things along the way. You got to produce it, you got to package it, you got to print out the packaging, you got to ship it, you got to distribute it, you got to market it. And that's just one GameStop, right? You got to think about all the GameStops, you got to think about all the Walmarts, all the Targets, wherever you buy your games from. That's a lot of money. And okay, $80, that's a lot, but they've been doing that for Nintendo Switch games for $60 max, right? So why the price gouging? And look though, $80 for that, if you're trying to justify it, dude, why isn't digital $20 cheaper? Go on, tell me why digital isn't $20 to $10 cheaper, man. What's the deal? What's the deal, man? Don't just say $79.99, man. Say, hey, if you buy it digitally, we'll give it to you for $20 off, and we'll give you a $10 eShop credit for the next Nintendo Switch game you buy digitally. Like, dude, how cool would that be? That's a value. It's a freaking value. But no, man, what are they doing? And I'm not trying to shill for all the poor broke people out there. I'm not. You have to think about it like it's hard-earned money, man. I don't know. This is just a weird conversation. Mario Kart is just, I hate the fact that they're hiding behind Mario Kart, right? It makes Mario Kart a lot more, it gives me a bad taste in my mouth, right? And I just got to cleanse it. It's just crazy to think about. And this is just basic economics, guys. I don't need to work at Nintendo. Like, you just have to be able to stick up for your entire country, Nintendo of America. You have to stick up for your country like Reggie did back then. You just have to do it. You have to figure it out, man. It's gross. It's literally gross. It's basic economics. You sell something at a value to someone so that they keep on coming back for more. If you price gouge them right out the gate, you're really just relying upon people loving nostalgia, people loving the next best thing, FOMO, right? People who spend things out of FOMO, like fear of missing out. Like, oh, I don't want to miss out. All my friends are playing it, but I can't afford it. So I'm going to do a payment plan. I'm not going to pay it all up front. I'm going to pay it over like 3 or 4 months and then I'll finally get it. Like, it shouldn't be that way, man. Ugh. It's gross. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you guys watch some content creators who are just like over the moon and they don't address these things. Like on Nintendo's channel, man. Nintendo's channel, they do a whole bunch of stuff like that. It's crazy. They're like, what did you think about the Nintendo Switch 2? Oh, it feels so fun. It's so exciting. No one talks about the price. No one talks about their wallets afterwards, right? Yo, Bentley, thanks for the super chat. It's funny because there's an old ABC report back in the 80s called Nuts for Nintendo, and its parents speculating that Nintendo's about to scam them with the Super Nintendo. I mean, sure, hindsight's 2020. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat for starters. Yeah, like it's crazy to think about. Like I don't like the inflation concept. You see a lot of infographics around saying like the Super Nintendo back in the day was like $800 with current inflation, and they try to justify, and they're trying to defend Nintendo. Like, oh, I work for Nintendo, I give them all my money, so I'm going to defend them. You have no reason to defend Nintendo on this. Literally none. Right? Unless you work for them. Unless you're Doug Bowser or the Nintendo Treehouse crew or everyone that works at Nintendo, you have no reason to defend this. As a consumer, you need to be looking for deals and thinking about the rest of the people who work their A's off to afford this stuff. So this concept of, oh, back in the day, Nintendo 64 with current inflation would have been $700, right? Like there's something ridiculous like that. That doesn't matter right now because like we're a different generation, right? We're upset that it costs this much, and our wages haven't gone up incrementally as much as that to afford that stuff. Honestly, has your wage done that? People that work at home, have your wages been incrementally that much higher so that you can afford those things? Has your consumer wage gone at the exact same increase as inflation in the United States to justify that? No, it hasn't. So that argument is just moot. It's done. You can't do that. Ugh, it's frustrating, man. Let's not forget. Oh, this is McGillicuddy. Thank you so much. Says, let's not forget that it's going to be harder for those that can't work due to one thing or another and are living on a limited pension. Exactly, right? And I mean, sure, I get that. Video games are a luxury item. I understand, right? You're not entitled to have free video games or this, that, or the other, right? Just because you are, you have no money does not mean that you are entitled to have a luxury item like this. Doesn't mean that. But there's a midpoint. There's a midpoint of giving more dual release games. Doug Bowser says it himself. Hey, if you can't afford the Nintendo Switch 2, we got a product for you. It's called the Nintendo Switch 1. He says that. So, that being said, why aren't there more dual release titles? Why aren't there? We had a Nintendo Direct that happened, how many, I don't know, literally a week before the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. That was just all Nintendo Switch games. So they're really just saying, hey, we're not going to stop producing Nintendo Switch 1 games. Here's all of the ones that you can look forward to, right? And then they tease Tomodachi Life at the end. You think that Tomodachi Life is going to be a dual release? Go on, tell me, yes or no in the chat. Do you think that Tomodachi Life is going to be a dual release? Meaning, you'll get it on Nintendo Switch 1 and you'll get it on Nintendo Switch 2. Or do they know that there's a whole bunch of Tomodachi Life fans over the last 10 years playing a dead game that they played when they were kids, banking on the nostalgia factor? Are they going to lock it behind Nintendo Switch 2? Oh, hey, dude. What's up, buddy? Hi. Are you best friend? Yeah, come on. Come on. Sleep. Sleep over here, boy. I'll give you a treat if you get up here. Yeah, this is Howell, by the way. Everyone say hi to Howell. Hi, Howell. I'll give you a treat. If you stay, you have to stay. You have to stay, okay? Tell me a simple yes or no. There we go. Good boy. I give you this. I give you this as a reward. Thank you. Anyway. And Calcifer's here too. I'll give one to Calcifer. Okay. Chat is disabled for this live stream. Here we go. Let's go take a look. Okay. And chat is here. Yes. 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 Hi. Here you go, Calcifer. All right. Howell, I need you down, boy. This is great. The party has started. I cannot wait. Sure. Yeah, I cannot wait. I'm going to actually put this on chat, on screen. I am going to do it. I'm absolutely going to do it. Because we need to see this. This is actually history. This is history in the making. So allow me 1 second to figure this out. Howell, you can't take your own treat, boy. Hey, boy, come on. Fine, take a treat and go. We need to see this because I was upset I didn't get to stream the Treehouse Live. I didn't get to stream Treehouse Live. So I'm actually putting the Nintendo of America chat on there because we need to see it. 100% we need to see this. And I'm just going to put that right over here. Okay, yeah, that's good. Top chat, baby. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna click on refresh. Let me see if top chat is there. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. Cool. Excellent, excellent. Good. Nope, we're good. Thank you. Get rid of that chat summary. Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, this is I needed it. All right. Okay, friends. Well, that's it, man. This is where I'm at. 30 minutes up. So we can see over here. This is the sentiment. I'm not making this up. And here you go. Mark my words right now. Nintendo is very, very they're in a tight spot right now. They're in a tight spot because they can easily censor this, and they have. They could either turn off the live chat during the stream, cut it off because they don't want it as bad publicity. Or they're going to unlist the live stream and just put the VOD out so that history is lost to time, which they did twice. The Nintendo Treehouse Live, after the Nintendo Switch was released, or the release date and that trailer happened, they did Nintendo Treehouse Live, and all they had was this on the stream throughout 100,000 people watching at the same time. And then afterwards, they unlisted the live stream, so we have no record. We have no record of this right here. like at all. We have zero record of it because they unlisted the video and we can't see the live chat replay. So I honestly don't know if anyone's captured it. No one's captured the sentiment. So they're trying to like brush it under the rug because it's Nintendo of America. Remember, Nintendo of America just receives word from Japan to do what they're told. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna absolutely capture that. Hey Spencer, what's up, man? Spencer says, my pay has been stagnant for 2 years, and yet the price of everything goes up, up, up with no end in sight. Crazy world. Gonna have to get behind on rent just to feed some Mies white bread in 2025. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at that. I love that you included the Tomodachi Life reference from like 2013 or whatever the heck that was. Tomodachi Life, man. Yeah, we're bringing the receipts, man. We're bringing the receipts today. But yeah, that's the sentiment. Thank you so much for the super chat. Like, you're amazing. You know you don't have to super chat at all. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like we're doing it, man. We are absolutely doing it. It's gonna be it's a time to live in. So now, if you were Nintendo, how would you deal with this? Nintendo of America, how they're dealing with it right now is they're ignoring it. They're 100% ignoring it. They got their word from Nintendo Japan, and they're ignoring all of us, the consumer. We are rioting in the streets, and Nintendo's over here saying, well, it's going to print money, man. Doesn't matter. It's going to print money. They're going to buy it. They're going to buy it. And even though Nintendo reports back to Japan, probably like every day, every other day, at least every week, hey, what's the sentiment going on in the States? What's the sentiment going on in Europe right now? How's everyone feeling? This is a talking point. They're not dumb. Nintendo listens, and they always listen. And that's great. That's a good company to do so. Just because they listen doesn't mean they have to act, though, right? You don't have to. So now it's like, hey, you know what? This is the course that we're doing. These are the prices that we set. Let's ride it out, and let's see what the consumers do. Let's see what the consumers do. And then we can reconvene before the holidays, right? This is their plan, and I'm telling you this right now. And it all depends on you guys. It all depends on you. Show how you feel with your wallet, okay? Don't buy the Nintendo Switch if you think it's too expensive. Buy it if you have the extra money, right? Whatever you want. If Nintendo notices that a lot of people don't buy the Nintendo Switch 2 as much as the Nintendo Switch 1 launch, right? Or, I don't know, whatever in Nintendo Switch Lite, Nintendo Switch OLED, if they notice that within the first like 5 or 6 months that this game comes out, or the Switch comes out, they're going to add more value and keep that price. It's going to be Mario Kart plus a webcam plus a Pro controller, you know, those kind of values to give us more bang for our buck before the holidays. They have to do that. Or, right, in a suboptimal world, they're going to notice, oh, it's the holiday time, people have a lot more spending money. They're going to actually go for it, and people are going to spend and buy it no matter what. They're just going to stay the course the entire time. You got 2 options, Nintendo. Your options are right now are to stay the course, which is what, you know, Daddy Nintendo Japan told you what to do, or you bite the cost, you add added value, you drop the price, and regain our trust. You got 2 options, man. That's really it. That's really it. Tell me I'm wrong. Go on. Tell me I'm wrong. These are literal people right now. These are humans at their computer right now. The current sentiment, and people that are saying raise the price, they're just being silly. Tell me I'm wrong, man. Exactly. Super Mario J nails it on the head. Going to a different game, you're stunned. Mario Party Jamboree will be $80 plus a $50 camera, so you can play one mode that's made for it, right? Mario Party Jamboree, I'm gonna get the DLC, the new Jamboree Party mode on Nintendo Switch 2. I gotta pay for it again, and I gotta buy a webcam to play this mode. It's gross, dude. It's gross. I don't know, man. Like, that's the thing. I see a comment over here. My thing is that people spend a lot on PS5 but not give the Switch 2 a chance. That's apples and oranges, man. Yo, PS5 compared to a Switch 2? You're crazy to compare those two. I literally have both, and I love mine. I love my PlayStation 5. The graphics on there are spectacular. I wish it was portable. Don't get me started on the PlayStation Portal. But like that's apples and oranges, dude. Nintendo Switch 2 is barely catching up to PlayStation 4. Barely in the year 2025, when we should be having these graphics that they're giving us right now. Breath of the Wild running at 60 frames per second. We should have had that at launch, man. So no, that's a fallacy. That's a fallacy, dude. PS5 is so good, and the fact that you guys don't know how good it is because like you don't have one. Sure, there's not like the most games on there, but dude, they have the pack-in title of Astrobot for free. Don't get me started on Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Heck no, man. Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. See, the thing is that Nintendo Switch 2, I agree with Joel over here. It could have been a lot better. It could have been different. Like, it's not necessary. Hi, boy. Hi, boy. Yeah, where you want to go? Where you want to go? Yeah, you want to go over here? Come on. Boy. Okay, well, we got Howl over here. Howl, as long as you don't jump up here during the presentation, I'm good. So yeah, the thing is, though, the thing is, yeah, come on up. It's just unnecessary. Friends, it's unnecessary. It's like they rushed it. They needed money. Nintendo needed your money. Come here. Come on down. Or go on my shoulder. Choose, boy. Come on, Howl. Hi. Yeah, I know you want treats. I know you want breakfast, but it's not breakfast time yet. Not breakfast time. Anyway, what I honestly think with the Switch 2, I think it's unnecessary. The generational jumps of now it does 60 frames a second, 120. Dude, nothing plays on 120. Half your games are going to even run at 60 frames a second. You're not updating the entire previous library of Nintendo Switch games. You're not doing that. You're not updating that library with better performance. This is Howl, he's a shoulder rider. They're not updating that. Sure, there's a small handful of games that'll get free performance updates, but that's a small handful. That's not every single one that'll run better. So there's no point. There's no point, man. Wow, mouse features. Okay, how's that any different than a Wii remote? Put a Wii remote on the or put a Joy-Con on the ground, man. Like, it doesn't matter. Good boy. Good boy. Howl hanging out. Thank you. It's really good. It doesn't matter. A chat functionality? That's so bad. Dude, 2000's called. They want their webcam back. They want their 15 frames a second back. The chat button on there, man. Okay, you're gonna use that, but we already use Discord. We talk on FaceTime while playing games. We call people up. We already have ways of doing that. Nintendo trying to break into Discord, you're gonna fail. And then they're gonna come crawling back and try to get Discord as like an actual integrated app on Nintendo Switch 2. Bet, mark my words. They're gonna fail because of, wow, screen sharing, cool. I'm gonna watch your screen at 10 frames a second. Hey boy, can we go down? It's unnecessary. It's really unnecessary. They're practically using the same hardware. Right? Ooh, magnets on the side. What are magnets? Oh, let me get Welcome Tour so I understand what magnets are. Like, magnets on the side versus sliding in. Okay, that's quality of life. Great. Thank you for that upgrade. I'll pay $500 for the new one, please. A slightly bigger screen. Dude, this thing is fat. This thing is fat. It's already, the Nintendo Switch is already big. The Switch 2 is huge. It's like a Steam Deck now. And at that point, you might as well get a Steam Deck. Steam Deck's a way better system than what Switch 2 is, man. I have a Steam Deck, man. You can have a whole bunch of games on there and access to your entire Steam library. Oh my gosh, man. I think it's just unnecessary. It doesn't have to be this. Imagine if they scrapped the concept of a Switch 2, waited for an actual new generation, better graphics, better processing power, better games. If they waited another year, right? And put all this effort of Switch 2 into the new games that they would be releasing right now on Nintendo Switch. And remember, we've been starved for like 2 years. We've been starved on first party titles. I kid you not. We play every first party title on Nintendo Switch. And the last year and a half has been remakes after remakes after remakes. So we've been literally starved for a year and a half to 2 years, subjectively. So if they put that effort towards actual games, towards making Mario Kart World a Switch 1 game, which it easily can be, because you've seen Tears of the Kingdom, how big that game is, right? Tears of the Kingdom is bigger than Mario Kart World. I guarantee it. And Tears of the Kingdom has the Sky World and it has the entire Underworld on one cartridge, right? Like, there's no arguing against that. Mario Kart World can be on Nintendo Switch 1. Sure, it's not going to be as pretty. You won't see every single ridge on a wheel. Who cares? But the gameplay can be done, right? The Donkey Kong game, okay, that's Super Mario Odyssey with a Donkey Kong skin. So what? You made Mario Odyssey and you saw how cool that game was. Oh, because we want to see all the shrapnel from when Donkey Kong punches a brick. We want to see approximately 700 little graphics of rocks flying all over the place. We want to see that because that's what you're paying for. You're paying $500 for exactly that. It could have been a Switch 1 game. Like, Switch 2 is so unnecessary. It didn't have to come out. It didn't have to get announced. Why? It's not the next generation, man. It's really not. You're telling me, how in the world is this a new generation? I'm so sorry. How is this a new generation from this? It's not. It's literally in the same family of systems. It has the same name. It's a Switch 2. Slightly better processing power, slightly bigger screen, has the ability to do in-game chat. You detach Joy-Cons, you can use a Joy-Con as a mouse. Big deal. What's literally stopping you from doing that with this? Yet genuinely curious. I have a slide out Joy-Con right now. What's stopping you from using a Joy-Con like this? Because it's motion controls. Yo, that wheelchair game, the wheelchair basketball game? I've played games with motion control on Switch 1. Going like this is literally done from the Nintendo Wii. The Wii era can do this motion on a Nintendo platform. So why do I need mouse control for it? Why can't these be software updated? Hardware updated? Why can't they be updated to do that? You think we need magnetic ones? Get out of here, dude. You got to see through this, man. You got to see through it. Well, nothing I say is going to change anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nintendo's already, they're here. They're ignoring the consumer. They have their course. They have their mission statement, which goes against their previous mission statements of making games affordable and friendly for the family. They're going against that. Cool, man. Good luck. It's really tough, dude. Yeah, a mouse accessory? Yeah, dude, here we go. Chasing Fields has it right. Nailed it on the head. Okay, here you go. For $20, we're going to sell you a pair of, I don't know, a mouse accessory in case you need it. The only reason why you need a mouse inside any game is for first-person shooter aiming. Splatoon. Maybe this wheelchair game. I don't know. Call of Duty. I don't know. I don't really play first-person. Fortnite. Big deal. But, like, that's the thing. Metroid Prime, sure, first-person shooter. But, like, the game works, man. The game has gyro built in. The people that use point and click versus people that press buttons, I would go on record saying that that's like PC gamers versus console gamers, right? I would say that they're less than like 30%. Less than 30% of people would prefer point and click to actual console and buttons. Of Nintendo Switch players, people that own a Switch. I don't know, man. Catering to the wrong crowd, man. Who cares about that stuff? It's unnecessary. It's pointless. I love this though. This is giving me life right now. It's giving me life. And to be the spokesperson of the people seems really good right now. It feels good. I feel validated because I predicted this. As soon as the Switch was launched with that like 30-second trailer, and I said, this is a terrible trailer. You have failed. You have failed this city. And I knew it. I just knew it in my heart, and I knew it in my gut instinct because you just look at patterns of Nintendo. And I've been around the block covering Nintendo for almost 14 years now. It's nothing new. All these people over here, they think it's new, but it's not. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The new Nintendo 3DS did have a price drop right around the holiday time. So we'll see, man. I love this though, dude. It is crazy. All right. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's actually talk about the gameplay hopes of the game. We got like 20 minutes left. Sure, 10 minutes left. I love that. Thank you. Let's transition. Rant over for now. Hopes for the game? I don't know. I hope there is an adventure mode. I played Diddy Kong Racing, and this is literally Diddy Kong Racing 20 years later. So that's kind of what I hope. I hope that there's an adventure mode. And it's not just, all right, pick a course and now go exploring in an empty map. I really hope that that's not the case. So, one, we need to find out why we're going to be doing free roam. Why do we care about that? Is it going to be like Tears of the Kingdom, where you go in the underside of Hyrule and it's just empty, right? That was empty. That was one of my biggest criticisms of Tears of the Kingdom, is that the underworld was dead. Literally and figuratively. So we have to have some reason for free roam mode, right? That's what I want. Give me free roam details. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I got an idea. You guys want to do this? Fine. We're here. Bingo time. I don't want to hear any of you guys talk about introducing a character. That's trash. We have to, our community here, we have to see past that. We have to not say, oh, Diddy Kong, yeah, sweet, or a DLC pack. All right, here we go. First thing over here, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to pay DLC, man. Paid DLC. I know for a fact. I want details. Free roam details. We have 10 minutes to knock this out, so go ahead. Give me your suggestions of what we should put on this bingo card over here. I put paid DLC. Because it's Nintendo. We bought, hey, guess what? All of these consumers, we earned millions of dollars on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe by selling the booster course pass. We're gonna do it again. They bought it before, they're gonna buy it again. That's how we make money, boss. Okay, cool, make it happen. What do you think? A battle royale, that'd be cool. I don't honestly play Mario Kart Battle, so cool. I like that idea. I don't know. Obviously, gameplay is one of them. I don't think I have enough things to throw on this bingo board outside of filling in stupid character suggestions. Dude, everyone and their moms is going to be in this game. Every Mario enemy is going to be in this game. Like, who cares? I need the guts of the game. I need to know why this Mario Kart's good. Let's talk about retro tracks. Give me that. What do you think? Ranked online? Let's actually look. Online 24 players. Did they confirm that you can do that? Let's see. Achievements, I would love that. I love achievements. That's good. Oh, Amiibo would be great. Oh, hey. Did they say that the Nintendo Switch has an Amiibo scanner on it? Oh my actual word right now. Hold on. I need to know this information. Wait. Hold on. Did I forget about Amiibo? No. Vidiots, you say yes? I know that there's new Zelda Amiibo, but I don't remember them talking about an NFC point right here. I don't remember them talking about it. Shoot, man. I cannot confirm or deny. I cannot confirm or deny that. You are going to have to tweet me an article from Nintendo that says, hey, with the Switch 2, not only do we have a mouse, detachable Joy-Cons, X, Y, and Z, but we also have the NFC scanner right here for all of your old Amiibo. I don't think so, man. Story mode. What else are we trying to care about, dude? Here, I'm going to put in the very, very low corner. Price drop. because how I usually do this is the things that are going to be like more common are going to be up top. Things that are actually possible, I'm going to put in the very bottom corner, like the least possible thing I think that can happen, right? My gosh, collect achievements. Yeah, maybe collectibles. I don't know. Mouse controls. Why would we need mouse controls? Custom tracks? Yeah. All things that would make an $80 game. Absolutely. Maybe fast travel. I like that. Fast travel from place to place. New introduced items. Yeah, let's try new. I know we already know that there's new items. We've seen like the coin shell or something like that. We'll see it. Confirm Switch 2 will support Amiibo. Okay, good. McGillicuddy, I trust you on that one. Awesome. Oh, boss fights would be cool. That's kind of along with story mode, but I'll add it. Great. Custom tracks, custom vehicles. Guys, I don't think so, man, but we'll try it. Custom vehicles. Patterns. We already know you can't customize your vehicle like wheels, tires, etc. We're going back for some reason. We like that, dude. We liked customization. What else? What else? Secret courses? Sure. I like that. I'll do it. Emblem maker, you wish, dude. There's no touchscreen. How are you gonna make it? Skate park? I would like that, sure. Yo, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I like that idea. Why not? Easter eggs, turning off driving from track to track. I already added that for fast travel. Unlock new tracks. We already got secret tracks. Rainbow Road. Sure, let's put... Of course, Rainbow Road's going to be there. Maybe we'll see it. This is a road. This is a Rainbow Road. This is a road where you go. Versus mode. Yeah, we already seen that. New power-ups. We already talked about new items. Mission mode would be cool. Yeah, from Mario Kart DS. Anything else? So, a shop? Oh, yeah, I like that idea. Shop to spend coins. Or maybe just coin shop. I think that would be really great. Pre-order update. You know what? Maybe. Double dash mode, veteran rewards, RPG mechanics. Maybe. Here we go. I'm saying yes to Amiibo. Here's why. Nintendo Notes app keeps track of the Amiibos with Tears and Breath of the Kingdom. The app is only usable in Switch editions. That's your thought process. I don't know where McGillicuddy figured that out of where the confirmed Amiibo is. So you're gonna have to give me the notes on how that is. Yeah, custom home, battle mode, daily quests. Let's do daily quests. I like that idea. New character reveal, sure. And give me one more. Give me one more. One more. Here we go. Character outfits. I mean, time attack is already there. We already know that. Mies, that's kind of there. Weekly tours. Yeah, fever mode. I don't know. What are we thinking here? Outfits. We already talked about story mode, campaign mode. Street Pass is not a functionality. Bosses, dude, take a look at the screen. Some FCC file said that Amiibo was possible. Why didn't they announce it? I don't know. Let's just try and trick system, custom garage, secret map, reverse tracks. We already know that. World race. Hurry up. 4 minutes, guys. All drivers are here. Full-blown Diddy Kong Racing style adventure. We already got story mode on there, man. Collaboration character, double dash, cash grabs. All drivers are here. Hard mode, Mario Kart TV. I guess. Can play with 12 players offline. You should be able to play with 24 players. I don't know. Mario Kart Tour content. Item rain. Tour content. Okay, there we go. There's my there's everything. Paid DLC, free roam. You guys can read it on screen. That's my bingo card. We'll see how well it goes. I don't really know how it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna keep an open mind. But remember, all of these things right here, all these things minus paid DLC would make an $80 game. None less, nothing less than everything that we collaboratively put together over here will make an $80 justified game. You're going to be one of two people right over here. You're going to be people that are going to buy it anyway, or you're going to be not, right? Or maybe a third person, you're going to be convinced to buy it. Just wait until I stream it, and then I'll buy it for you, right? I'll buy it so that you can see what it looks like. But anyway, this is all the things that we want of an entire $80 game. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. No, I can never say no paid DLC. No, we're not going to. You can never say that, because later on in the life cycle, they're going to say, hey, we need more money. How do we print more money? Oh, just make DLC for Mario Kart, which they did last time. No, sorry. Change it to all positive things. No, dude. Do you know who I am? I'm real. I'm real. I'm going to talk about feelings, man. This is bogus. Yo, I'm real about this. I'm the most realistic content creator out there, man. Get out. All right, hold on one second. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Yeah, booster character pass. Yeah, they would add that. You know they would. You know they charge $5.99. They would charge $5.99 for Diddy Kong. You know they would. Tell me I'm wrong. Let's add Diddy Kong. No, man, forget that. Let's add Rob the Robot. Rob the Robot's way better than Diddy Kong. Get out of here. All right, so I got my headphones on. I'll adjust audio as we see fit, but here we go. 15 minutes, man. 15 minutes. This is going to be interesting. I don't know how things are going to go, but I'm not holding my breath for any of those things that we put on there. Honestly, this direct should be 40 minutes. It should really be begging you to spend $88 for this game. They should be begging you for your money, but we'll give them 15 minutes. We'll just give them 15 minutes. Come on, man. Anyway, this is going to be great. We are literally recording history right here. Usually I don't put chats on screen, but this is for history and for digital preservation, so I'm going to. Holy moly, man. You guys ready? You chicken jockeys ready? Let's go. Any minute now. Anyway, I wanted to say thanks. All right, friends, here we are. Wow. Yes, this time, man. Here we are, friends. Wow, the direct. I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay, guys, here we are with the Mario Kart World Direct.
Start your engines.
Start your engines,
Welcome
baby.
to the Mario Kart World game. Available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Exclusive.
What kind of races await you? In Mario Kart World, you'll aim for first place in each Grand Prix. But why stop there? Across cities, plains, a desert, and even the ocean, you can drive virtually everywhere in this fully interconnected world.
Yeah.
Races are held on courses scattered throughout various regions that span this world, and you can freely drive between them. There's a lot in store, and we're only at the starting line. Let's introduce some of the courses that are waiting for you.
Okay, we got about
Here we
15
go.
minutes of gameplay. Now, this chat right here is literally Nintendo of America. We're preserving
Courses
everyone
are found
who's
throughout
literally
the world,
live chatting on
inspired by their
Nintendo's
surrounding
official
region.
site. This is not my chat. This is Nintendo's.
Let's take a look at
with
some of the new
thousands
courses to
people.
explore. Ride the ridges and roads on Mario Brothers Circuit.
Mario Brothers, that's right. You gotta
And
protect
cruise the
Mario
curves
Bros.
around the canyon. You can't miss it. See the sights and structures of Crown City. You can even soar in style down Main Street. Drift along the rapid waterways of Salty Speedway and make a splash around the city's canals.
Salty.
Stay cool in the snowy trails of Starview Peak. Just don't slip off while soaking up the scenery. Have a spirited showing at the ghostly movie theater Boo Cinema. It's a whole new kind of drive-in theater. And in addition to lots of new courses, there's Toad's Factory.
Cool, classic level. That's great.
Peach Beach.
Okay, GameCube.
Wario
Shipyard on 3DS.
and
Look, retro
more.
courses, good.
Nostalgic courses from past titles are also here. But now they're reimagined and spread throughout the world, where
Oh.
races can happen during the day or at night.
We have to identify those. Oh, shoot, man. Okay, I don't want to
Race as
magnifying
familiar
glass. Just tell
characters
me what
like
they are.
Mario, Luigi, Peach,
Daisy.
Bowser.
Bowser. What?
and Yoshi. Plus, new drivers like Goomba.
Insert Mario
Spike.
enemy here.
And, that's right, Cow.
Cow.
Even more new racers are waiting and ready to roll. Select your character. Choose your vehicle. Then you're off to the races. Characters and vehicles each have different stats, so make sure to find the combo that best suits you.
Cool. Not customizable.
There are two main styles of race revving up in this world: Grand Prix
Two main
and
styles, yeah.
Knockout
We've seen this
Tour.
before. Grand Prix is great.
In both modes, up to 24 drivers can participate, the most in series history.
We need a story mode or an
Your
adventure
rivals
mode.
aren't the only hazards you'll need to avoid on the road. Look out for cars that shoot bullet bills, attacks from Hammer Brothers, and
Cool.
other obstacles along the way. Try to steer clear.
Oh, wow. It looks great. The game looks good. The music is also really good,
And
too.
now, get ready for Grand Prix with Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, and
Okay,
more. Grand
Oh, yeah.
Prix races are
Show me all
held
of them.
all around the game's world. You'll race
Dude, just
through
show me all
4
the
different
levels, man.
courses in each cup and aim for the
We'll
top
take a look at 'em.
spot. In
Good
Mushroom
music.
Cup, you'll start off racing around Mario Brothers Circuit. While the second race will take you from Mario Brothers Circuit to Crown City. For the first time, you'll need to drive yourself to the next course in Grand Prix. So don't sleep at the wheel.
I don't know how I feel about
And
that.
if you conquer all Grand Prix Cups, rumor has it that a certain colorful course will appear.
Of course, you have to add Rainbow Road.
Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour. From Golden Rally to Ice Rally and more. These extended races take you from one end of the world to the other. Get ready for a sprint. But you've got to place if you want to stay in the race.
I love the knockout mode. I think it's really fun.
Speed towards checkpoints throughout the world. If you don't make the cut, you're out of the running.
You weren't in the top 8.
Buckle up. The competition gets more intense as you close in on the checkpoints.
That's right.
You've got to drive to survive in Knockout Tour. So keep your eyes on the prize and aim for first place.
Oh, you got a little crown? That's cool. Oh, look at the items. Yeah, tell me more about these items. Coin
Items
shell?
can drastically change the outcome of a race. Here are some new items that'll help you out.
That's stuff.
Coin shell.
Yeah, tell me more.
When you throw a coin shell, coins will appear.
That's actually
Now's your
cool.
chance to grab them. Just don't let your rivals cash in first.
That's kind of cool.
Ice flower. With the ice flower, you can freeze out rivals and send them spinning. Hammer.
Okay.
Aim the hammer in an arc,
Kinda
and
like a fireball.
nailed it. Hammers also stay on the course for a short time and can be
Oh.
used to block off rivals.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Mega Mushroom. With the Mega Mushroom, go big, so
Yeah,
your
go big
rivals
and
will go
squish
home.
'em.
Feather. Use the feather to jump up and avoid attacks.
Okay, dodge a red shell?
You
I
may
wonder if you
even
could dodge a blue
discover
with it.
some unexpected routes. Comic. With Comic's magic, your rivals will transform.
Have I been
What other
pronouncing that
mysterious
name
effects
wrong?
will happen? You'll have to see for yourself. The lower your placement, the more likely you are to find items that'll turn the tables.
Have I been
So when you
saying that
get
name
items,
wrong the entire
go for
time? Comic? Hoot. I stand corrected.
And if you're new to the Mario Kart series, there are added support features to help you along the way.
I always call it Kamek, but sure.
These include smart steering, which helps you stay on the course.
I mean, that's accessibility for the younger kids and, you know,
Tilt
people not good at the
controls,
game.
where you can hold the Joy-Con 2 controller
These are all
horizontal
things we had in the
and
previous
use
Mario
motion
Kart.
controls to steer.
Good.
And if you have the
And remember
Joy-Con
Mario
2
Kart
wheel,
Wii?
you can feel like you're really driving.
There's not going to be an adventure
How
mode.
about a quick break? A snack sounds good right about now. Hey, look! It's a drive-through.
You just change your outfit.
Here at Yoshi's, you can grab an order to go. Dash food. Take a bite, and you can unlock outfits inspired by your meal.
Who cares?
Eat some sushi and...
There you go, all the Mario Kart
Nice
Tour
threads.
reskins. Now they're here.
Once unlocked,
Happy Mario, I
these
remember that.
outfits can be selected from the character selection
Yo, where's
screen.
Peach Vacation, dude?
Who knows what dishes or outfits you'll find? Make a pit stop and check out these drive-thrus all around the world.
Don't care. I honestly, am I
was
the
a
only one
nice
that doesn't
detour.
care about cosmetics?
Now let's get back to the action.
Same thing as just like, give me X character.
Let's introduce some new tricks that'll help you ace each race.
What new tricks? Wall jumping,
Charge
grinding.
jump. You can now use a charge jump by holding the drift button while driving straight ahead. Charge
Okay.
and release to jump.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Use this to leap over obstacles.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's actually cool.
Ride
That's
along power
new
lines.
gameplay.
And dodge attacks from your rivals.
Oh, yeah, that's actually really good.
And if you jump toward a wall, you can wall ride for a short period of time.
Okay. You know what? I do like that mechanic.
Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like so close. Almost there. Whenever this happens, be kind and rewind. This will return your vehicle to its original position.
What are you talking? What's
Nice,
rewind?
made it.
No.
This can come in handy when mapping out how to best approach a course.
Don't move on. What are you talking about, rewind?
Keep in mind, though, your rivals will still move normally when you rewind.
What?
So don't lose your lead.
What?
Want to take a spin in even more races?
No.
In time trials, it's you against the clock. Here, you can race without any other competitors. And if you go online, you can download and compete against ghost data from racers around the world. Customize the rules of the road in Versus Race. You can use the classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course, or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another. You can even take the road less traveled and choose routes that aren't in Grand Prix or Knockout Tour. Up to 24 drivers can now compete in 2, 3, or even 4 teams. Group up and get ready to put the pedal to the metal. Next up,
door.
Battle Mode. Pop off locally or online in Balloon Battle. Use items to burst your rivals' balloons. Pop them all and your rivals out. And Coin Runners, where you can go for the gold by collecting the most coins. Race
It's
or
obligatory.
battle, enjoy whatever drives you.
Oh, that's Big Donut from N64? Okay, that's kind of cool. Freaking love Big Donut on N64. That's great. All right, tell me, where's the adventure mode? This is $80.
When you're not racing, you can enjoy free roam and go wherever your heart takes you. No roads? No problem. Ride the rivers.
Why?
See the seas.
Why, though?
Drive the desert.
Give me a reason to explore.
Or jump off from way up here.
I need, like, power stars
You can
hidden
go
somewhere.
wherever you like, even to the edges of the world.
I need, like, a currency.
there's a
Finding
key
some
switch over there.
stars. Blue coins for what? New
Hit
outfit
hundreds
unlock.
of P-switches you find across the world to start missions.
Missions, okay.
By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races.
For
There
what?
are
What's the
also
reward?
hidden coins,
Peach medallion?
hidden panels, and more. So take the scenic route and explore.
Just open-ended, man. I don't like it.
Also, during free roam, you can take photos whenever you like. Strike a pose.
You had
Look
me.
at the camera. Choose a frame to decorate, and nice.
They had me.
That one's a winner.
Hidden coins, blue coin challenge. You had me there, but you lost me when you're not at like telling me why we do this.
If one person
music,
has
though.
Mario Kart World, up to 4 players can race in split screen on the same system.
Good. That's a given.
The game also supports local wireless play. Up to 8 players, with up to 2 players on
8 players.
each system, can race together this way.
Why not 24 players? Go on, tell me why.
And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
Okay, that's good. 24 player online. Good. Confirmed.
This may look like free roam, but this is where you'll wait while your friends join you.
That's cool.
Looks like someone's arrived. Yep, you can meet up with your crew anywhere in this world. By checking the map, you can quickly see where your friends are and travel to their location.
That's good. Fast travel.
Battle or race with custom rules,
Good. That's all
or
standard
just go
stuff.
for a ride together. Make this road trip your own. You can also take photos together along the way, if that's more your speed.
That's right. You better hide
GameChat,
those screens.
Enjoy an expanded experience by talking online with friends.
You better hide those
Use the
15
built-in
frames a
microphone to
second
voice
screens.
chat while driving together.
Yeah, let's
Don't
go.
show it.
Let's
It's
go.
bad. It's
Let's
bad
go.
PR.
Check this out.
Oh god. There it is. Gross.
Nice. Are you kidding me?
Or take a back seat and watch each other's game screens.
I would not be watching each other.
If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can enjoy seeing your friends' reactions while playing together.
And an extra $50.
Who's close by?
Nice. That's actually kind of cool.
Wait, who just passed me? You'll be able to tell in an instant. Aim a
a static
shell
image.
and bullseye.
That's a static image of George.
And when playing together in person on the same system, a single camera can detect up to 4 people's faces.
That's all right. Way to go. Awesome camera.
Enjoy the view and get ready to face off with your friends.
Where's the story mode? Where's the boss battles? Are we done? Oh, we're done. That's 16 minutes. No story mode, friends.
A transcontinental race around the world is just around the corner in Mario Kart World, available exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. A hardware bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
That's right. Limited time. Oh. I woke up at 5 a.m. for that. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I cannot believe my life right now. I am so right. I am so right in everything. I'm so correct. I'm crying right now out of laughter and low-key sadness because that was terrible. That was terrible, friends. I'm so sorry. What? What was that? Okay, okay, for giggles, I'm gonna show you right now. This is our bingo card. You know what? I threw paid DLC over there just to really stick it to the consumer. Sure, fine. Free roam details? Yeah, we got it. That's fine. Here, actually, let me show you this in a different way. Let's actually go over things that we wanted as a community over here. I'll show you this really quick. Give me 1 second. Sorry, let me snip this. Let me see. Oh, hey, don't go anywhere. No.
Hello, everyone.
Did I just mess that up? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay, no worries. So the chat's gone. No worries. Let's get rid of that. Let's yeah, let's actually, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put your chat on screen. Yeah, can I do that? Let me see. Yeah, I'll put your chat on screen instead. Let's do that. Let's put you guys over here. This is you right here. And we're gonna do that. Okay. Say something. Oh my gosh, friends, that was rough. That was really rough. I don't know, man. Okay, this is it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Perfect. Okay, great. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys real quick what I'm talking about for this one. And this is just my reaction still. We're reacting. No analysis yet, but just raw reactions over here. Look. This is what we were going for. Paid DLC. Yeah, that was me being silly. I know they're not going to announce that. Free roam details. Yeah, we learned a little bit more that there were going to be some coins. That's kind of cool. Battle Royale. Not a thing. How is that not a thing? Fortnite did it. It's an $80 game. Retro tracks? Yeah, absolutely. Online 24 players. Confirmed. But not locally. Are you kidding me? How can you not do 24 players local? You have to be able to do 24 players local. I'm going to look into that more. No real achievements. Nothing about Amiibo. No story mode. Yeah, I guess there's collectibles. You're going to find like random stuff around there. Custom tracks? Nope. Fast travel? You can fast travel to friends. I guess that's fun. I mean, sure, we learned about a coin shell, so I'll give you new items. Sure, we'll get free. Boss fights? You wish! Custom vehicle pattern like Mario Kart DS. Boss fights like in Mario Kart DS. Mission mode like Mario Kart DS. Secret courses? You wish. Skate park? You wish. Rainbow Road? Sure. Teased. What Mario Kart game doesn't have Rainbow Road? That was a given. Coin shop to spend all your coins in. To cumulatively collect coins within the game to buy upgrades, different cards, this, that, or the other. Nothing like that. Pre-order update? Nope. Daily quest? Nope. New character reveal? Maybe. I'll give that one to you because we saw like Conk Door. Maybe some other dumb insert Mario enemies here. Tour content? I don't know. Price drop? Absolutely not. So did we get a bingo? No. Don't care. Doesn't matter. That was so bad. To be honest, I'm very embarrassed about that. Very embarrassed about that. Let's take a breather. That was very embarrassing because remember, the Mario Kart game is the gatekeeper for the Nintendo Switch 2. Remember this. You are spending $500 at least without tax for Mario Kart. And the best they can do is give us 15 minutes over here of not really that much substantial things to warrant an $80 plus game. Remember, $80 is conservative. We're not talking about tax. $88. $500 is conservative. We're not talking about tax for that. You mean to tell me that in that 15 minutes, that convinced you to drop $500 for Mario Kart? Absolutely not. That is an embarrassment. That is so bad. Don't get me wrong, I love Mario Kart. I'm going to be playing this on day one. I will be buying this to give you guys the content to know whether or not you should spend $600, $700 on the setup, right? It's embarrassing, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about it below. Of course, stay tuned. We're going to jump into the analysis where we will talk about Mario Kart World on a deeper scale on what we loved about it and what we really didn't like. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching. Okay, friends, I can't be too off base here. I'm not off base. Oh my gosh, I can't be off base here. There's no way. There's no way, man. There's no way I'm that far off base. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. What did you think? Was that good? Did you enjoy it? I don't know, man. That's rough. It is really rough. I need to calm down for a little bit. Let's actually do the analysis, because we're going to put up the reactions over here. Oh my gosh. Exactly, Brendan. It wasn't enough, especially for the price. What are you doing? Why are they like half? Hold on. I need to make you guys small for a quick second. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Why? You have an entire audience of thousands of people right now. Why don't you put your best foot forward? What is wrong with you? They watched over that. Dude, they watched over it and they said, yeah, that's good. 15 minutes is good. That's fine. They said, yeah, it's good. 15 minutes, that's fine. They're gonna buy it anyway. Who cares? They are so wrong. Tell me you're not going to be convinced by that. Man. They're so wrong. That's okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Here we go. Check this out. I don't even remember the Mario Wonder Direct. I don't know if I want to compare apples to apples with that one. Yeah, the bundle is your only option for it. And they're going to get you with the $500 price tag. That's just what it is. Because you want Mario, or your kids want Mario Kart. You just want it. So bad. Let me just refresh over here. Let me see if we got it. Okay, it's gonna quit in like a little bit. So let me find where the...
Just don't slip off.
Okay, here we go. Let's start. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. I'm ready for it. And then I'll put your chat on screen so that you guys can react with me and tell me your thoughts. Oh no, man. Wow. Okay, here we go. This is it. I'm gonna close this off and we're going to switch and then add the 2. Watch out. Don't forget to add the 2, man. That's right. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get that money from you. We're gonna get that $80 from you. We're gonna get that $500. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. You're gonna love it, man. Okay. Diddy Kong Racing is still the best game. This is absolutely facts. Felt a bit lackluster. Didn't really give us enough to be worth $80. Also, the rewind feature is a bit bonkers. You know what? Tell me about that. I was flabbergasted. Rewind feature? That's not it. Maybe in free roam, sure, but in a race? You can't just rewind. That just goes against everything. All right, you know, I need to go. I need to look at this. We need to watch. Anyway, Joseph, thank you for the super chat. All right, let's go. All right, friends, welcome to it. It's Abdallah here. Hi. We're going to be talking about my analysis with our live stream chat. This is not the Nintendo of America chat. This is our community during this at 7:26 a.m. in the morning, a little bit after the Nintendo's Mario Kart World Direct happened. Okay, we're here reacting to it on Nintendo's official channel. We're going to go over all my thoughts and everything like that for Nintendo Switch 2's launch title, gatekeeping title for $500, not including the tax that you're paying on it. $80 game. Let's talk about it. Let's react along with it. If you guys didn't already watch my reactions video, go check that out. You'll see my raw reactions, unfiltered. It was... It was something. Let's move. Okay, here we go. Mario Kart. The game that everyone knows, the best-selling game in Nintendo Switch history. Right now, we have a lot of cool visuals. Am I going to really look in here for different levels or anything like that? I don't know. Not really interested. Honestly, it looks okay. The levels look big. They look vast. They added a lot of filler in between the levels so you drive through them. That's the gimmick here. The concept of free roaming. which is, I guess, cool, right? It's a beautiful looking game. You got a lot of insert NPC characters here and enemies. You got the cow coming on board for Mario Kart. Look at the sand dunes. Look at the water. Look at the outfit that she's wearing. Like, Mario Kart World is a beautiful looking game. Hands down, I'm not denying it. Look at how big the world looks. Is it as big as Tears of the Kingdom? It might be. It might be as big as Tears of the Kingdom, but it looks very plain. Okay, so just looking over here, like, okay, there's P-switches all scattered about. You can locate them. I wonder if there's going to be a mini-map anywhere that'll show you where they're all at regarding mission modes, but they didn't really showcase that anywhere. There's a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, go figure. There's going to be water sports. Ice cream levels there. Cool. Sky High Sundae makes an appearance. I think that's Airship Fortress. I don't know. The courses look good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say about the game. I can honestly admit that the game looks beautiful. Shy Guy Bazaar, a lot of the reskins of older Mario Kart retro tracks. This is good. Super Mario Brothers Circuit. Don't you dare call it Mario Bros anymore. Bros, B-R-O-S-E is not the pronunciation at all. So yeah, as much as I want to put your chat on screen, I have to not. So whatever. Let me close that. Let me close that over here. All right, anyway, so that's where I'm going since I'm stopping this. Okay, so taking a look. So there's a lot of Crown City, new area, new shortcuts. I mean, the game looks gorgeous. I don't want to keep on sounding like a broken record. It's good. Lighting effects look great. Levels, I mean, this can be done on Switch 1 hardware. You can't convince me otherwise. Starview Peak. Okay, that looks kind of cool. It's like a Rosalina's Ice World. Awesome. Rosalina with those things in her hair. Okay. Penguin falling off the cliff. Yeah, very Mario 64. I got the reference. Boo Cinema. Look at Waluigi in a cape. Okay, so like you're not going to sell me on kooky costumes. I'm so sorry. You're not going to sell me on kooky costumes of characters to sell an $80 game. I do love retro tracks. You know me, I've played through every Mario Kart game twice on my YouTube channel. So like, yeah, I love retro tracks. I love that they're bringing in old inspiration with a new fresh coat of paint. Love that. So over here, you can actually see what the different levels are in the game. Okay. Yeah. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 levels. How many courses did Mario Kart 8 have? Oh, but you could drive between them and you could free roam. No, I don't care about that. You all want content for $80. I want value. Doug Bowser said, hey, we're doing value pricing. We feel that $79.99 is a great value for Mario Kart. Prove it. Dude, like that's 28 is sad. You need, okay, so here we go. Low key, you need islands. Retro islands right over here. Give me some retro islands that'll show up. Of even more retro tracks. You have a plethora of retro tracks you can make over here that you don't necessarily have to drive or program textures and models for the ways in between them. You don't have to do that. Give me another island over here that's just Wario Stadium, Waluigi Stadium. It's like a stadium island with all the stadium levels. Give me like all the beach levels over here and like a beach island, beach resort, Koopa Troopa Beach. Give me all of them. This is not enough content. It's not. Oh, characters. Okay, let's talk about this. All right, so your average fan is going to be elated that they can play as a cow, which you didn't care about the cow before you played this game. You didn't care about the Moo Moo Cow and Moo Moo Meadows, Moo Moo Farm. You didn't care about it, and now you're hyping up that there's a freaking cow you can play as? Who cares? Look past it. Okay, let's take a look at characters over here. These are just your average Mario characters. Plus, insert average Mario NPC character. Does character roster make a good kart racer? Can you argue that it does after you already have the base characters? Here's Goomba, for example. He doesn't have arms. How does he steer? Here's Spike. Okay, great. Does he have hold on. I don't care about Kyle for starters. I thought it was funny at the very beginning, but people how they're so enamored about it. and they think that that's why they're going to buy the game, because you play as a freaking cow and you're going to cry about it. No, don't be a shill. All right, look, listen to me right here. Listen to me. They did nothing. Hold on. Spike needs to hold his thing. Here's the only way that I would justify character roster in Mario Kart World is if they had exclusive special items that they got, just like in Double Dash. Okay, listen to me on this one. Those of you guys that weren't around during the GameCube era, oh, hey, you're going to get GameCube Online. You're going to get GameCube Online, but hey, Double Dash isn't a title on your Nintendo Switch 2. But one day, maybe they'll release it within a year or two. Back in Mario Kart history and on GameCube, you can play Mario Kart Double Dash, where each character has their own special item that was exclusive to them. The babies, the Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, had a chain chomp that would, you know, run in front of them and destroy people, and then it would be let loose. Mario and Luigi had fireballs. You know, Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong had a giant banana that they can use. Wario, Waluigi had a bomb that they could throw. Like, that's awesome. And that really made you think of, why am I going to choose the character other than stats and aesthetics, right? We all know when it comes to Mario Kart, you're going to choose the fastest character for the level. At least competitive players are, right? Waluigi Wiggler, Funky Kong Flame Runner, right? Yoshi right now in the current state of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. These are going to be characters that you're going to want. The rest of the entire roster of 50 plus characters are trash and filler. You don't care about that unless you are that person that's like, I feel like playing Spike today. I feel like playing Condor today. But when it comes down to it, there's no reason to choose another character other than their stats, right? And maybe what they look like. Why didn't they give us exclusive items like in Double Dash? Could you imagine if Spike had this item and he could just throw the spike ball? If Yoshi had an egg like he did in Double Dash, which would follow the track and crack open and reveal maybe a star or a red shell or a mushroom. Why didn't we have this? In Mario Kart World, it makes zero sense to me. It's been done. That's an $80 game feature I would pay for. You didn't, though. Cow. Oh, maybe he's going to have milk and it's just like a blooper and there's just milk on the screen. As weird as that sounds, but I just came up with it. It's better than what Nintendo came up with, which is nothing. Right? Or like Boo. He can have a special Boo item. Let's just talk about this, for example. What can we as a team of all of us, what can we think of? Right? Like, give me this chat right now. What can we think of over here? Look. I'm going to put you guys on chat. Let's talk about it. What can Shy Guy do? What's an exclusive thing that Shy Guy does? How about the baby princesses? Right? Maybe they have the chain chomp again. Toadette can have like a super golden mushroom, right? That just does it. Boom, 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 boom. Lakitu? Maybe Lakitu has his fishing pole, right? Maybe he has his fishing pole as you're driving. As you're driving, it goes into like auto steering, and then you can like fish hook someone and then like pick them up and throw them to the side of the road, right? Why? King Boo, that's King Boo. King Boo can have like mini Boo minions that like circle around your enemies or your opponents and slow them down while draining them of their coins, right? Shy Guy can have a spear, exactly. He could do like a spear launch, throwing some spears all the way down over here, right? Hold on, let's talk about these characters. Okay, Nabbit. Nabbit can have a giant overgrown knapsack, right? That can like, I don't know, maybe inhale all your coins or something like that. Piranha Plant is a character now. Okay, cool. Well, Piranha Plant can maybe have another Piranha Plant sprout out and like chomp forward like the main chomp, but last longer. Hammer Bro can have even bigger hammers. Monty Mole can maybe have a dig functionality where he can like dig under certain parts of the course and then erupt, and then maybe that's going to break the course and you can trick off of that or put up some ground walls. Goomba, I don't know what the heck a Goomba is going to do, right? Why is there a sidestepper? Who cares? Maybe he's just going to grab, like, maybe his little claws are going to grow big and like chomp in different areas. A Cheep Cheep, maybe in the water sections, Cheep Cheep can, I don't know, have like a faster mushroom for like 5 seconds. Dry bones, easily throw some bones, right? Wiggler over here can go into rage mode and then be invincible like a star for 5 seconds and then just go faster because he's enraged. The Cataquack can have an ability where if you run into an opponent, you're gonna launch him up into the air. What are you talking about? Same thing with this Chuckster. Same thing with this Pianta character. They like dance and everything like that, but it could be a Chuckster where like if you bump into a character, you launch them off. What is hard about this? What is hard? Go on. What's hard about it? What's hard? Okay, Mario, fireballs. Maybe they last longer. Luigi, ice balls. Cool. Peach, Daisy, the heart item. Remember that in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or sorry, in Mario Kart Double Dash, you had a heart item. It would circle around you. If you ran over an item or you got hit by an item, you would gain that item to use. So use the heart against a blue shell, you now have a blue shell, right? Yoshi, an egg, follows the course. It's easy. It's easy for an egg to follow the course and break open into a banana, a mushroom, or a shell on the course. Babies, we already talked about that. Rosalina, I don't know, you can give her some ice powers. You can give her galaxy powers that are similar to her and her wand functionality in Smash Bros. Koopa Troopa, maybe you get 6 shells this time around instead of 3. Monty Mole, throw a giant wrench or a lid, right? What about Conk Door? Okay, extend your head out and you conk down on enemies near you to launch them to the side. These are all exclusive things. I'm coming up with this on the fly. I gave zero thought to this. Zero thought to this prior to this game. And prior to thinking about it. But I already gave you multiple reasons that would make the game justify its $80 and give me so much more hype for the game. Because we've had this before. What you don't understand is that some of you guys have only played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and good job. I really implore you guys to try to play the other games, just to see what you're missing. Sure, you can't bring every feature to every Mario Kart, but it's Mario Kart World. Why wouldn't you? They brought a lot of things back. Why wouldn't you bring this back? Why wouldn't you bring tandem carts like in Mario Kart Double Dash, where you can have your little sister be on the back of your cart, pressing the item button for you so that you can bond together even further? Or maybe the person next to you on your $50 Nintendo Switch 2 webcam, be right behind you. While you steer, they could throw items. Why not? Why not have a Double Dash mode? Oh, you're going to wait until maybe 2 years into the life cycle to charge us $10 for it as paid DLC? Or just not do it at all? Because you didn't think about it, or you don't have enough time, because your bosses are down your throat on this launch date of June 5th. Guys, you better make June 5th. I don't care what you got going on. You better finish that game. And we'll just finish it later. Nintendo fans are okay with that, right? We'll finish it later. Come on, man. You literally have an elevator pitch. Anyway, so customization's out the window. You're not customizing anything. You have these carts and you have these scooters, and they all have their own standard things. So kart customization, this is going to be another Mario Kart Wii, where Funky Flame Runner is going to dominate the entire game. Everyone's going to be Bowser and the scooter, right? Because that's going to be the meta of the game, which sucks. I don't know how you could have changed that. I don't have an answer for you other than balancing. Because we could say the same thing for kart customization where Yoshi and Waluigi Wiggler or whatever. Like, there's a way that we can do it so that you can have more character diversity in online lobbies. Nintendo can figure it out, right? Anyway, so the levels, okay, I don't really want to talk about the visuals anymore. The visuals look great. I've already said that. I like it. Grand Prix mode, we've talked about this. We've seen Nintendo Treehouse do it. These are the levels, so this is kind of cool to look. Mario Bros. Circuit, Crown City, Whistle Stop Summit, DK Spaceport. No idea what those are, but that's 4. Here's the next 8, right? Or total 8. Airship Fortress, Wario Stadium, Desert Hills, Shy Guy Bazaar. These all seem to be retro tracks in the Flower Cup, which is kind of interesting to me. Usually they do like retro cups. Okay. DK Pass, old. Sky High Sundae, old. Wario Shipyard, old. 3 old things and a new thing. Okay. Koopa Troopa Beach, Crown City Peach Stadium, Faraway Oasis. Okay, Koopa Troopa Beach is technically old. There's many iterations of it. I don't know which iteration they used. And then that's, hold on, they didn't really go over the other ones. They just went over 16 of the different levels, the banana cup, the leaf cup, and the lightning cup, it seems like less content, dude. It seems like less content. But hey, you can drive in between them, and that's a course in and of itself. That's a course. Driving in between the levels is a course in and of itself, guys. You have to defend it somehow. That's right. So keep your eyes peeled. You might see a building you could jump on the side of, or a train you can jump on. That really makes a course to me. There's Pauline. Cool. Welcome. Okay, great. Here's the analysis. Oh, you get the little bee. Watch out. The bee is actually a playable character, believe it or not. Okay, so now they tease Rainbow Road in case you get all the cups, the gold cups. Great. Thank you. Here's Knockout Tour, a mode that I actually like. I think it's really fun. It's going to be cutthroat. Oh, look. There's more cups. There's the yeah, there's a lot more cups here, but that doesn't necessarily mean more levels, if that makes sense. These are just different ways of going about the areas, right? Because we're still recycling levels, but you're just going to a different area of that. So 28 levels confirmed. I think that's what the number is. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the cups are just different ways of getting to them, with the concept of the off-road free roam sections in between, traveling in between them, that changes up. So I guess reusing the levels to have that many cups, it feels bloated. It feels bloated. I would have to take a fine-tooth comb and see exactly how many levels are reused in each of the cups, just to make it appear like there's so many of them. Which makes it different, I guess, because you're going into the sand in between these two levels, or going into the snow into these two levels. All right. So anyway, those are the cups. It doesn't really tell us much more than what we've already heard. Taking a look over here, these are just the new items. They talk about a star. Okay, great. Here's the coin shell. I don't know who it hits, or if it just goes for 20 coins or 30 coins. Yeah, I think it just kind of goes. So that's kind of cool. In case you're low on coins, you can do that. The ice flower doesn't really freeze your opponents. It hits them like a banana would. So like, hold on. So tell me what the point of that is. Yeah. Tell me what the, oh, I'm so sorry. Tell me what the point of that is. It's the same thing as a fire flower. Will they have like slippery steering afterwards? Why don't you sell me on it? It seems like a recolored fire flower. Unnecessary. There's the conch door that I talked about before. Okay, the hammer looks cool. It can be a wall, like a wall for a limited second. The mega mushroom's back. That's awesome. The feather looks really great. You could dodge red shells with it. Awesome. I wonder if you could dodge a blue shell with it. We're gonna find out. Or you can use the feather to like jump on grind rails where you couldn't access before. So apparently my entire life I've been calling Kamek the wrong name. It's pronounced comic, with like a soft A, or like you're gonna read like a comic strip or like a comic book. Apparently the director says it's comic, so I stand corrected. Thank you. I learned one thing from this today. Comic, I don't know what comic does. It takes a character and clones them, makes them into charging chucks. I don't honestly know what's going to happen with that. We'll see what happens. Almost is like a crazy 8, right? Lightning, bullet bill. These are not new items. Where's like the crazy 8? Wait. Where was a crazy 8 or the lucky 7? You can't come up with something for 9? You don't want to commit to this being Mario Kart 9 because you came out with Mario Kart Arcade GP, Mario Kart Arcade GP2, came out with Mario Kart Tour, you came out with Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, you came out with Mario Kart VR. So, yeah, you don't want to call it like Mario Kart 13 or 14? Because then people are going to say, whoa, how'd you go from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to Mario Kart 14? You don't want to call it the Lucky 14? They don't want to commit to a number. Of course they don't. But where's that item, though? I missed that item. Okay, keep going, man. Where are you guys? I need to look at you guys in the chat over here. Let's pop this out. Mario Kart 28. Anyway, we're moving. Let's keep going. There's a lightning bolt. Cool. Drops 3 coins every time you use it. Anyway, man. Let's go. So yeah, these characters, they seem okay. I love the character roster. Not complaining about it. Do we need insert random Mario enemy here? No, we don't. We don't. But then it's kind of like a Smash Bros thing. Oh, I want my character in. I want my favorite character. Where is this character? Like, it's just silly. I don't know. So we have a lot of the functions and features from the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which you better have assisted steering. You better have this. And then, you know, just in case we want to sell more stuff, how about we 3D print a Wii wheel and sell it to you for like $30? Because your grandma remembered the Wii, right? So your grandma's going to buy this for you. Anyway, so this is free roam mode. Yeah, you can go around, and if you find like a meal item on the free roam mode, you can go pick it up as an item, and then you're going to change your outfit. So you eat a burger, you use a boost, and then what do you know? You're Racer Mario. Okay. Wow, you got a sushi platter over here. Eat this first one, and you're Kimono Peach. Okay. See, remember, these are all the characters from Mario Kart Tour. Happy Mario, Happy Luigi, Happy Peach, Yukata Peach, Matsuri Yoshi, all these different things, like, I guess. But at that point, you're just adding more bloat to the character roster. You know, I'm not knocking it. It's okay. I don't think it warrants to say, hey, we have a grand total, including all the costumes. We have over 200 different characters you can play as in Mario Kart World. And that's why we value it at $80, right? Like, I don't want it to be that argument, but you know someone's going to make that defense, whether it be Doug Bowser to say we're hosting value pricing, whether it be the Nintendo Treehouse to say, hey, we have 50 characters and each character has 4 different costumes. So we have a whopping 200 characters in the game. Like, don't make that argument. You do technically, but so what? Do they have special effects? Do they have special stats? Do they have special voice lines? Do they, I don't know. What? No, don't bloat the game with Yoshi's Hot Cheetos over here in order to become a cowboy. Yeehaw. Or Bowser Jr., right? He could have easily had his paintbrush. Toadette. Luigi with a pizza. Mamma mia. Here we go. Okay. Don't bloat the game, man. You know, there's a point in a kart racer where too many characters is a bad thing, right? I think so. And I think we've crossed that line because there's no difference between them, right? Like, could you imagine if Smash Bros had like Echo Fighter after Echo Fighter after Echo Fighter? Right? No, we had a small handful of Echo Fighters. People didn't like them, but we had them. And it was an acceptable amount of Echo Fighters that were the exact same thing, but reskinned. Could you imagine if we had 50 Echo Fighters? I don't know, man. That did the exact same thing as the main unit? I don't know. That's why rosters of like Mario Kart 64, literally, what, 10 characters? 8 characters? Mario Kart Double Dash. You know, those amount of characters. It was perfect. You didn't need a stinking Goomba or a conch door. Half of you guys don't even know what a conch door is. You don't know what the dolphin is from Super Mario World. Half of you guys aren't even old enough to know what that character is. Oh, but we have to include it. Anyway, I digress. I think the character roster's bloated. Am I going to choose the fastest character? Yeah, every time. Whatever's meta, I'm going to choose it. But that's my gameplay style. You could be different, and that's okay. You could be happy for a roster because the more characters, the better, because then someone's going to be happy that Conch is in the game right now. Yeah, you better believe that the internet might be going, there's certain people in there are going wild over the fact that Conch is an enemy or is a playable character. Okay, let's talk about this. So, we know that we can do a charge jump in the game. I was on a tangent. You can do a charge jump with this tech over here. Hold the R button down and then launch. And it looks like you can jump off of different trucks and do even more tricks for even more boosts. That's going to be really great. You can dodge shells by jumping on grind rails. Awesome. Charge jump. You're going to be initiating the wall ride over here. You can wall ride all the way down without falling. That looks amazing. Absolutely love it. Going over here. This is interesting to me, and I have no idea who thought this was a good idea. Rewind functionality. Let's talk about rewind functionality in Mario Kart. Did you just see that? In case you didn't miss your turn or your shortcut, You can like literally press a button and rewind? I'm so sorry. What? What button do you press for that? But all of your opponents are going to be moving forward. They touched base on this, so they just like slipped it under the rug. Hope you didn't pay attention. But we're just like, what are you talking about? Why would this be a thing? Like, okay, so you miss your shortcut. Oh, hold on, I gotta rewind and try again. Like, no. You miss your shortcut, you take the loss, and you move on. That's the point about Mario Kart. Hold on, it says can be used in free roam while playing races solo. Okay, good. It doesn't say that you're going to be, okay, look. It doesn't say that you're going to be, it says can be used in free room when playing races solo on the bottom over here. So it doesn't say that you can do it online. And I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm okay with that. The person that made this presentation had to rely it on a footnote at the bottom of the screen that we were just bonkers bananas. We didn't even know what the heck they were talking about. Because if you did this online, that would be terrible. It goes against everything that Mario Kart stands for. It's like if you miss a shortcut, you need to take the loss and take a lap or turn around and try it again. I'm talking about you, Mario Kart 64, doing the Rainbow Road shortcut. Could you imagine that? Right? You have that much of a gain that you get a second try on it? No way, dude. But when playing races solo, if you want to practice stuff, whatever, do whatever you want. That's fine. It's really weird, though. I'm so glad it's not online because when I saw that, I said, dude, you are crazy. You're crazy to think that this is an okay thing. A rewind functionality in the world of Mario Kart. Like, no, get good. And I understand the concept of practicing to get good. You could just replay a certain area, which seems okay. But when it comes down to an actual race, an actual tournament with real life people, you should not be able to rewind. And I'm glad that they disallowed that. All right, so I'm so sorry. What did it say? Loads of modes. Okay. Hey, define loads. Define loads because that looks like 3 modes here. Time trial. Wow, thank you. That's been around since the very first Mario Kart. Yeah, so they have time trial mode. Great. So now you can play Mario Kart like you normally would on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or any of the previous ones. And it looks like time trial is just on the level itself, not doing a time trial of a Grand Prix. Which, I mean, now that I think about it, why wouldn't you? Hold on. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do a Grand Prix time trial? If you care so much about the free roam mode, why wouldn't you incorporate it into a time trial mode instead of just the levels? Give me a time trial of the entire like 4-level pass. That would be something brand new. Mario Kart has never done that before. A time trial of an entire Grand Prix? Sure, we had a time trial of like maybe All Cup Tour and Double Dash. But like an all Grand Prix where you have to like figure out shortcuts on the main roads in between the levels, that would be cool. But it's not here. Whatever, I don't care. Doesn't matter. I just thought of it. Okay, so versus race, you can do it classic or you can chain whatever levels you want to go together, Faraway Oasis and etc. with versus race. Yeah, so versus race over here. Yeah, no teams, 2 teams, 3 teams, and even 4 teams. Wow, you could do teams over here. But these are teams with CPUs, friends. These are teams with CPUs. And Stingbee is a character. I didn't even know what a Stingbee was. But now it's here as a character. Wow, I can't wait. So you can see over here, we have Rocky Wrench, Conkdor, new character, Nabbit confirmed, Cow, Cataquack, Goomba, Conkdor. We have a bunch of random enemies. And I know people are crying online, oh, boo-hoo, I didn't get my character in Mario Kart World. Here's hoping for the DLC pack for $5.99 where they add my favorite character in there. Like, cry about it, dude. Like, actually cry about it. Diddy Kong is not in the game. Oh, wow. Yeah, cry some more, dude. So what? The characters don't matter. It's bloated. See, it's a fine line right now. When you start adding in so many random NPC characters in a game, you're going to awaken. You're opening Pandora's box right now of why isn't this character in the game? Why isn't that character? Where's my favorite character? How come you didn't put this character game? Where's Diddy Kong? It's annoying, and I'm over it. It's just a bloated roster. Carry on. I'm sorry, friends. I don't mean to be such a downer. It's just... This game is supposed to sell me on... It's supposed to sell me on an $80 purchase. It's not doing a good job. You have coin runners and you have regular battle mode. Sure, they brought back the donut level from N64. Great. Where's like Shine Runners? Wasn't there a thing called like Shine Runners or something? Where's that battle mode? What's missing? I don't really play the battle modes. Why don't you take a moment, instead of just quickly going through these over here, why don't you actually sell the game and show us all the different levels? At this point, we don't need a surprise. Like, that's the thing. We don't need surprises that when we open up the game, we're going to be pleasantly surprised that these cool levels are there. We don't need it. Nintendo needs to sell this. You need to sell that this is an $80 game with all of these awesome battle levels from the previous 8 iterations of Mario Kart. We have all the levels here, right? You need to sell it. Remember when Smash Bros. Ultimate said, everyone is here, and then proceeded to show you everyone? And we were like, all right, day one purchase, we're getting it. We are hyped in for it because this is exactly what we wanted. Everyone is here. Everything from the previous iterations is here. We did not get that with this, and that's so sad for me. We're getting a half-baked title that could have easily been a Switch 1 game. Oh, but hold on. Cow's in it, and Goomba's in it, Cataquack's in it. Hold on. Like, what are you doing? Elevator pitch, man. Even if it's not an elevator pitch of like the 15 minutes that you got over here, do better. Do better and like give us 30 minutes, give 40 minutes of all the levels we want to expect in battle mode. So we can say, oh my gosh, that's cool. Like literally every level has been remade in Mario Kart World. I would be elated. You would tell me, I would tell you that there's a reason to get this game. All right. I digress, man. Okay, here's free roam mode. You can be the penguin and you could jump off a ledge. Cool. For what though? When I was watching this, I'm like, what's the point? It's empty. Dude, this is empty. You look at this right now and you tell me how filled it is. This is just Tears of the Kingdom, underground, all over again. You have some NPCs that are over there, but it seems very empty. This is empty. The desert looks empty. Okay, there's an elephant. A little oasis. This vista over here, you jump off. This looks very empty. There's a block over here, but within eyesight, nothing. Emptiness. For what? For what? Why aren't there coins over here? That would lead us to a little cave where inside there we would get a new cart unlock or a new characters floating around over there. Why? Let the game be a point where you don't have all these characters unlocked at the beginning, but you have it where you have to go find them and unlock them and do missions to get the penguin. Right now, if you made the roster, dude, Smash Bros did it perfectly. Smash Bros had a roster of 15 characters, Smash Bros Ultimate, and you played the game, the story mode, World of Light, and you went around and you fought these characters and you recruited them. So now you had them as playable characters. If you had a story mode that would take us to the ice area and you have to, race a big penguin on a slide, and then as by doing it, then you get the penguin, you earned it. That would feel so much better versus this bloated roster out of the gate, right? Hey, you know what? Maybe if you go to Moo Moo Meadows and you beat a time trial mode, just like in TT in Diddy Kong Racing, where you unlock TT, the time trial clock. By beating that level, you would unlock the cow. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. I love that. Give us things to do in this free roam versus just wandering around in nothingness. Oh, hey, but the Nintendo Switch 2, we did a really good job of upping the frame rate and the ability to process water physics, and we gotta show it off. So here, why don't you jump in the water and look at how great the water physics are, or each individual blade of grass. We worked really hard on that. So $500, please. May I have that? Collect blue coins on a slackline course. There's missions in the game. You got to go seek them out. But maybe you'll find missions where you have to run through things. And by doing it, you cleared a mission. That's it. But why are you clearing missions? It was not... See, Wario Motors, there's no reason right now to be doing these missions. It doesn't tell you why. Why are you dangling the carrot for? Other than, oh, you could do a cool trick over here, and maybe you can do that in a race when it comes down to it. What's the missions for, other than a checkmark simulator, a checkbox simulator that you did it? Are we unlocking new costumes? Are we unlocking new carts? Are we gaining currency that we can use to purchase things in a coin shop? Are we trying to find stars in the overworld like Super Mario Odyssey? Remember Super Mario Odyssey? You had this entire, dome of a planet that you went to, and there was, I don't know, 100 different moons on the area. So you did a little mission over here, collected all these red coins, and got a moon, right? You went over here, you maybe do a grind rail into this, into this, into this, and you go on the really top of a cliff, and you get a moon. You have a list of moons to collect. That's cool. Give me something like that. What are you doing missions for? You're not explaining the game. You're not selling me on this. What's your problem? Do better, dude. What's the point? Oh, so you checkmark simulator over here. You got the little Wario icon. What are you doing with it? Okay, here we go. There's Princess Peach coins that you'll be finding, a Peach medallion. What is this little silhouette for Wario? Why don't you explain that to us? Okay, here we go. Jump off this area over here and hit this little switch over here, and you activated a question mark panel? Whoa, that's not really an achievement system. Really lean into what an achievement system is and tell us. Show us a worldview map that showcases that over here in like the city park, you have 12 switches, and if you unlock all these 12 question mark panels, you get this, you get the gold cart. You get this. Give us something to work towards, other than just blindly activated a panel. For what, man? For what, dude? It's not a story mode, or else they would have talked about it. They would have talked about it. They would have had a splash screen that said story mode, because that's a sell point. It's not. It's just free roam. And hey, you know what? We spent a lot of time like making the area and the backgrounds and stuff. So like we want you to make sure that you understand the value of this game. So we're going to let you free roam in it. Fun with everyone. They would give a splash screen for this. All right. So this is up to 4 players on one system. Let's talk about this. Okay. Okay. I need to figure this out. The big gimmick for this game is 24 players. Remember, we saw it in the trailer. We saw it in the sneak peek Nintendo Switch 2 trailer. Oh my gosh, there was 24 positions of the characters. We need to know if you can host a 24 player LAN. We need to know this. I need to know that right now. If the answer is no, you have failed. If the answer is yes, then cool. That's what I need to know right now. So tell me this. I'm gonna watch this with volume.
Same system.
4 players in one
The
system. That's
game
great.
also supports local wireless play. Up to 8 players, with up to 2 players on each system, can race together this way.
Tell me.
And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
Okay, tell me this. So, okay, guys, I put the volume on so you can actually hear that. Am I wrong in saying you can only race with 8 players in real life, not online? But if you go online, you can do it? I don't know. And see, I haven't been to the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. I haven't been to the Nintendo Switch 2 experience when that happened in New York and California, and it's going to be over there in Dallas or whatever like that. Up to 8 players in wireless play. It said 2 players per system. So, wait, what? What? What are you talking about? So 16? Dude, what are you talking about? Give us more infographics. So you're telling me that if you have one Nintendo Switch, there's going to be a vertical split screen? So that you can have 2 people on here so that you can play with 7 other Nintendo Switches? It's too early in the morning for me to wrap my head around this. I need an infographic like this. It just doesn't make sense. Everyone has Wi-Fi, so you can play 24 locally. Just get online. No, not everyone has Wi-Fi. If I'm in a convention center where the Wi-Fi is garbage because every single person is using it, and it's like lead walls, so they want you to like either pay for the Wi-Fi or use the free Wi-Fi, which is utter garbage. And if you want to try to use your own Wi-Fi, the lead walls in a convention center is not going to work. So if I'm out here at the next convention center saying, hey, we're going to do a 24-person Mario Kart World tournament, 24 people, it's going to be the biggest thing you've ever seen. You're telling me I can't do that? You have failed if you can't do up to 24 players in wireless play. Why didn't that say 16? I don't think it's 16, friends. I think you're wrong. I think you're 100% wrong. Because it says up to 8 players. 2 players on a Switch. I mean, I don't know, man. What did they say? Is that up to 2 players on a Switch?
Players on each system can race together this way.
2 players
with up to game also supports local wireless play. Up to 8 players with up to 2 players on each system can...
Up to 8 players, man. You wish it's 16. Why would they say up to 8 if they meant 2 players per system? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're 100% wrong. It would have said up to 16 players. If that was the case. 2 players split screen? No, you can do 8 players in wireless. And just in case you don't have 8 systems, you can probably do a 2-player split screen on one of them in order to have maximum 8. That's crazy. Like, if you wanted to go to a convention and like actually, like, because that's what I'm doing right now. Full disclosure, I'm trying to organize a gaming section in FanX, which is a Salt Lake City convention near me. I'm trying to map out, find vendors. I'm literally put in charge of building that. I want to be able to say, hey, we're going to bring in, we're going to bring in all of these Nintendo Switch 2s and have them on free play so that you guys can come over here and we can play 24-player Mario Kart. Like, I want that to be my sell point. Okay, I'm literally in charge of this for one of the 4th most popular convention in the United States. MegaCon is number 1, New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, then FanX, which is my hometown convention. I'm trying to build out the gaming function for it right now. Truth, this is 100% full disclosure. I want to buy 24 Nintendo Switch 2s for it with my budget. And I want to set them up so that people can come over here and we can play Mario Kart the entire weekend, right? I want to do that within the budget that they're giving me. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. The game doesn't tell me. That's very concerning. It's very concerning. Shoot, dude. So now I'm going to have to like pay for the convention Wi-Fi or at least attempt to do that. Dude, Everyone, hop on my 24. Everyone that we have the 24 Nintendo Switch 2s. I'm gonna go hook it up to my mobile hotspot, and yeah, that's gonna carry 24 things with solid play. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, man. That makes 0 sense. You think that if I just jump on my phone Wi-Fi, I can do 24 players on this? And yes, guys, I understand. You don't have 16 friends. You probably don't even have 8 friends that are going to be coming over and playing Nintendo Switch 2 to you, let alone 24 friends. It's a very use case scenario. Very niche. Less than 5% of people will be actually utilizing this functionality with up to 8 Nintendo Switch 2s. 8 Nintendo Switch 2s, you know how much money that is? People have to spend out the door? What's 8 times 500 plus tax? The concept being is you need to go big. You need to go big. Nintendo's not going big. This is Mario Kart World. Go freaking big, dude. This is your hardware. How do you fail so badly? How do you fail so badly? But online, you can get 24, so just hook up to the internet. Yeah, okay, fine. That can work in some case scenarios, but how good is that internet connection going to be? Is it going to be flawless, or is it going to be choppy 12 frames a second, just like the screen share is? Screen share is so good.
From around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
Join a race or battle in online play. You can't get 24 friends in free roam, that's for sure. Okay, Parabitty-Bug, a new character. Charge and Chuck. Okay, Sidestepper, Spike, Cow, Daisy. I don't care about any of these characters. Dude, like, that's the thing, man. If you can't get a LAN set up with these, you have failed. 24 players doesn't matter. Okay, online with friends. So
This may look...
yeah, so they talk about you can play online with friends, which is great. You're going to be in like a lobby and you can drive around. Okay, that's great. Cool. Doesn't take that much to do. So you can see Sarah has joined over here. That's great. So now you can actually fast travel to where your friend is at when they join online. So that's great. Good quality of life. This is interesting. I didn't actually see this before. On the sidebar right over here, the sidebar, you can see how many P-switches you got, how many question marks, and how many coins you have. So I don't know what the point of this is. You've done 17 challenges. It's very basic UI. Like, they didn't put any thought into it. 17, 21. The UI is bad. Give me like the out of, right? 17 out of 100. 21 out of 52, right? Put a little crown next to it. You know, give me some UI options. I don't know. Taking a look over here, yeah, you can run around with your friends in free play mode. You definitely cannot do 24 player free play mode, that's for sure. Why not? What if I had 24 friends? What if I wanted to host a lobby with all of you guys? Like, hey, I'm not really feeling racing. You guys want to go explore around and try to find all the P-switches? Yeah, exactly. Let's do that. Let's go around and try to find the P-switches. I'm going to open up a lobby with, here's the room code for it. I want random people to join me so that we can go into a lobby together, and we're just going to go online and just free roam. Because I don't want to race. I don't want to do any of that stuff. And we'll take a group picture with all 24 of us. Can we do that? Go on, tell me. I want a lobby where you can join. Where's the friend? I don't want to do friend codes. I don't want to do friends. I don't want to do friend codes at all. I want lobby numbers. I want community codes like we had before. No mention of that whatsoever. This game's gonna be a nightmare, man. It's gonna be a nightmare. What was that? 1992, 827. Yeah, 1992. This is when the character roster was good. Okay, even more fun with game chat. No, it's not going to be that much more fun. How many of you guys are going to actually use this? Hands up at home. Game chat? Sure, it'll be a gimmick. Maybe it's a good way to connect with friends. Are you buying the $50 webcam though? You're spending $500 already with tax, and you're gonna bust out a webcam so that you can see your friends' choppy 1999 gameplay on like small thumbnail size. You're gonna do that? You're not. You're gonna do it for 1 or 2 times. It's gonna be a gimmick, and you remember you have to pay for this. This is a paid service. You're gonna pay for it. Am I knocking it for the concept? No, I love the concept. I think it's really awesome. Execution, amazing. The execution of how they're able to implement it into the game, great. I think that the further execution can be improved upon. The webcam looks like it's very, very choppy from like early 2000s. And I don't know if it's going to be able to accept an HD 1080p 60 frames per second webcam. Has to be a compatible webcam. I don't know. It looked really choppy. You see, George was just a static image in one of these. Like, they didn't... There's no way that George right here, this George, he's just looking in the same... That's copy-paste. He's not even blinking. George, man, blink a little. Show some emotion. But they forgot. They had a recording thing. Or maybe the camera froze. Maybe the camera just couldn't detect George's face when he got hit by the red shell and had zero emotion. When Amy over here, you can see her blinking. Right? George is just... Yeah, so that's fake. That's fake footage. Yeah, moving on. So is the camera going to be cool? I mean, please fit your face in the frame. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's going to be able to do it with other webcams, or maybe it's proprietary. But yeah, are you going to use this? Are you going to buy that? And look, if your mom's buying you everything, cool, man. Ask her for every accessory. But this, no way, man. No, forgive me. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Whew. Okay. Thank you for those of you guys. That's it. Bless you. You're great. Okay. Other than that, that's it, man. There's nothing else. Mario Kart World, you have failed. You have failed this Mario Kart community. And only the casuals will not be able to see past this. Casuals will not see past this, and they're going to say, I'm going to buy it anyway. And like I said before, friends, like, it's a tough one. It's a really tough line. Like I said it before, man. It's an $80 game, right? It's a series we've been playing this game. We've been playing this since 1992. I don't want to sit here and pretend that a $79.99 game isn't going to hurt your wallets, man. As the biggest Mario Kart fan, probably bigger than you, it's so frustrating, man. But my job is to showcase these games on day one, so you guys can make up your mind on what you're going to do with your hard-earned money, right? Whether I like it or not, I'm going to be buying it and covering it day one. Not just for me, but for you guys. Man, you guys are going to decide for yourself by watching my content when this game comes out, whether it's worth the full price tag. And that's ultimately my mission statement to you guys. I'll bite the bullet. I'll spend the money. I'll do it because it's my job. And that's exactly it. So, all right, what do you guys think? $500? Did this convince you? That's my biggest thing. Oh, here we go. Did it convince you? Mario Kart World, available June 5th. Did this convince you? Did it convince you? I'm gonna put the chat back up on screen, and we're gonna talk for a little bit. I need to go back to bed. This was not worth me waking up at freaking 5 o'clock with, like, at all. Very, very upset. All right, here we go. Did it convince you? Let's talk. Let's talk. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more so I can see your chats and everything. Literally, did this 15 minutes convince you? I think right now Nintendo needs to 100% be on the side of the consumer. And their elevator pitch, their 15-minute elevator pitch is okay on a surface level. It's okay on a surface level. But once you start digging deeper into it, you raise a lot of questions. You raise a lot of questions. Can you play 24 people local? Would you like to just invite all of your friends in school to hang out after school and host a little Mario Kart tournament? Or invite them over to your house? Or in my case, I want to do this at a convention. And I want people to come over and play Mario Kart all together. And I want to race everyone on a big screen, on a stage. I want to do it. I don't want it to be relegated to 8 players on a split screen anymore. Character bloating. character bloating. Like, there's no, you just giving us all the characters. Let us earn some of them, right? Remember Mario Party Jamboree? You know, it was fun. We had to like, oh, what's that in the distance? Is that Pauline? Okay, cool. Let's zoom into it. Bzzz. Oh, there's Pauline. Cool. Now we unlocked her, right? Oh, there's Ninja over here. Zoom in. Bzzz. Like, give us something like that. Make us work towards something. Give us the original Mario Kart 64 roster. Let us use those characters. Give us some sort of story elements. Give us a reason to use all these filler characters. There's nothing like that. There's no story mode. Beat the story mode with every character achievement. Beat the story mode with Mario to unlock Gold Mario or to unlock this outfit. Like, that's the replayability. Oh, cool. I guess I'm going to go for all outfits run. Great. Instead of just like run over there and eat a burger and an item, and then you just get the Mario outfit that's a racer. Okay, cool. I don't care. Who cares? It's very, it's not the achievement. Like, you want that achievement of feeling like you did something other than just like everything kind of given to you right off the bat. Yeah, like, and that's the thing, right? You open up Pandora's box if you have these playable characters. That's why keeping the roster small but concise makes sense. But now we got a Conkdor. Oh man, Conkdor Conkdor got in, but Diddy Kong didn't? Like, then you have all these things where you're just like, well, my character should have got in. No, but this character got in. And why'd you put that? Like, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's bloated. If it was an unlockable, like a secret character, a small handful of them, great. But you just threw in a bunch of nonsense just to bloat the price of the game. If it was Rob the Robot, if it was like legacy characters, Honey Queen, I'll take Honey Queen, right? If it was legacy characters, cool. But if it's just like, hey, we ran out of ideas and we don't want to deal with the licensing, so we're not going to give you Gino or Malo or any collaborative characters like Link. Notice how Link's not in the game. Animal Crossing characters, nowhere to be found. We don't want to deal with the licensing on those teams, even though it's all first party, except for Gino and Malo. They would need that from Square Enix. Yeah, I didn't see Villager. I didn't see Splatoon characters. I didn't see Link. Yeah, I don't know. Dixie Kong, Diddy Kong, Funky Kong. I didn't see that. Right? Like, that's the thing. It's just weird. It's weird. But I think you failed. I think Nintendo failed. I think they failed to convince people that this is a great game. The only people that already are getting this are people that are already have their mind set on Mario Kart owning it and Switch 2 owners. That's it. That's it, friends. If you were on the fence on whether or not you should spend $500 on Mario Kart, this is not convincing you. I don't know a person that would be. Unless you're like, Conkdor fan club, a Goomba fan club. I needed him as a racer my entire life. I don't know. It seems pretty weak. It seems pretty weak. I wanted Mario Kart World to be everything that I wanted and more. Diddy Kong Racing did better than this. Diddy Kong Racing, a game on Nintendo 64 over 20 years ago, did better than Mario Kart World. Because you have a hub world and you go over there, you find hidden balloons, you find a hidden secret character. You have time trials, you have boss battles that you have to race against. Diddy Kong Racing did better than this. And I'm so sorry that half you guys watching over here, you guys don't even know what Diddy Kong Racing is. So we should just pause my Let's Plays and just do a Let's Play of Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing had full story mode. You had to collect golden balloons in the areas. You, in the races, you know, you would have to do coin challenge in a race. You had to go collect 15 coins and win the race. It was so good. Oh my gosh, man. It's just a fail. It's just a fail right now. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm actually sad. Am I going to cover it? Yeah, you know I will. We already talked about that. But I'm sad for the fans right now. It's just... And they're gatekeeping this. They're gatekeeping this behind Switch 2. Like, seriously, dude. Dual release it, man. Dual release it. Cut the character roster. Shave the graphics just a little bit. I don't care about the light reflection on water graphics. I don't care about that. I don't care about free roam. Cut that stuff. Put it on Switch 1, man. I'll pay $60 for it. with the modes that you currently have right now. It's as big as Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom did it. But then make the Nintendo Switch Edition have a lot more modes. Have the Switch Edition do 24 people online. Have the Switch Edition have even more levels, better graphics, more characters, right? Like, that's worth the additional $20 that you would put. If you were to have them both. Why didn't they do that? The reason is greed, and you know it. Sycophants cannot deny it. If Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon Zeta A is going to be released on Switch 1, why isn't Mario Kart? Go on. Why are you paywalling Mario Kart behind $500 on a new system that's not even that much powerful, that's catching up to what a PlayStation 4 is? Why are you doing this? It's a sad day to be a Nintendo fan, man. Okay, well, that's the analysis. Those are my real thoughts. Tell me what you think. Like, I already have a bad taste in my mouth off of the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. So, like, I got a chip on my shoulder from that because of how underwhelming it is and how much they're asking for without delivering even much more. They're asking for a lot and they're only giving you a little. And that's exactly what Mario Kart World is. If it was a world, you would have an adventure mode with boss battles and everything like that. Why wouldn't you? Oh, but Abdallah, you can't discount it. They didn't say they didn't have it. Wait until the release. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll do it in DLC in the future. We can pray, right? No, man, I'm done with that. I'm literally done with that. As a consumer, Nintendo's been getting away with it for years. They've been releasing games half-baked and charging a premium for it, and then saying, maybe we'll come back and do it later. Oh, Switch Sports? Yeah, you loved Wii Sports back in the day. You better believe it was the most popular game. Here, we're going to release a $60 game, Switch Sports, have half of the content, and then, you guys want golf? Oh, we didn't finish our homework yet, so play this game for a year, and then we'll give you golf. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? I'm so tired of it. But the average consumer, you're not going to care about it. I'm in the space. I'm knee deep in this space. I've been doing so for 13 years, and I'm just tired of this. And the more people just buy it willy-nilly, the more they're just going to get away with it. The businessmen up top at Nintendo in Japan are just going to say, look, we sold this amount of units. This is numbers. We sold this amount of units, so we don't need a price drop. We don't need that. In fact, let's just do paid more DLC. They're going to buy it. Since they bought it here, they're going to spend another $10. I don't know, man. Nintendo is just banking on the people that are just going to buy it. Nintendo's banking on the fans that are just loyal diehards that are just going to open up their wallet and say, here, take my money. Nintendo's just going to rely on parents that don't know any better. That their kids are like, oh, Switch 2, oh, it's the new best thing. It's $500. Okay, I guess I'll save up a little bit because my kid wants it. They're relying on those people that are just not as educated. But when you compare apples to apples and what they're asking for versus what they're delivering, and how much they're asking for it, it is absolutely atrocious, and it is not a value by any means. So the concept of value pricing, all of this stuff in Mario Kart World, outside of free roam, is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, man. Minus bloatware of characters and costumes. If you want bloatware of characters and costumes, go download Mario Kart Tour for free and play that app game. All the stuff. Okay, a couple new mechanics. Oh, wow, you can charge up a jump, and you can ride rails, and you can grind on the side of the walls. That has been done in different kart racers and can be done on Switch 1. So there's no reason why this should be a Switch 2 pack-in title. And Switch 2 should not exist. It's overrated. It's overpriced. Underwhelming. It's just what it is, man. It's a sad day to be a Nintendo fan. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to have this cloud of negativity over me. Like, trust me, I said it in my reactions. I think the game's gorgeous. I think it plays really well. I'm excited for the new mechanics and all of the different shortcuts and all replaying all the levels. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to play online, see what the game's all about. I'm excited to go around free roam and find all the stinky little switches and switches and coin P switches. I don't know what the heck that stuff is. I'm excited to find that stuff. Reminds me of Diddy Kong Racing. But I can't, you can't deny how barren the game is compared to what we all wanted it to be. Remember, we talked about what we wanted an $80 game to be, dude. We literally did. It just makes no sense, man. Look, here. This is what we wanted, right? These are the things. Oh, so sorry. Hold on. Give me this. This is what we wanted. We wanted all this stuff. We wanted all this for an $80 game. We don't want paid DLC. Ignore that. We wanted free roam details more than just, oh, you can find a P-switch. You can find a question mark block. We wanted a battle royale. That would be so cool. Do you know how cool that would be, a 24-player battle royale where you only have 3 balloons and you start off? That would be amazing. And then it's just like left standing. Retro tracks. We did get them. Great. 24 players online. Yeah, we got that confirmed. Achievement system. No achievement system whatsoever. There is, we saw in the treehouse footage, there is some sort of light achievement system that's like driven X amount of miles in the game, right? But like, no, like we want a real achievement system. Nothing about amiibo functionality. Dude, I got an entire wall of amiibo. I can't use a single one of them in this game. Can your Nintendo Switch 2 even scan in amiibo? Story mode was the biggest thing, dude. You had one job. If Diddy Kong Racing did it on N64, you could have done it, man. Collectibles, I guess. Guess we got Princess Peach coins. Custom tracks. Nope, can't make your own track. Fast travel, sure. New items, sure. Boss fights, not a thing. You wish. You wish they did the mission mode like in Mario Kart DS. Custom vehicle pattern. Mario Kart DS did it. Why can't we do it? Secret courses? Nope. Skate park? Nope. Rainbow Road? Sure. Mission mode? Nope. Or, yeah, no. Coin shop? What are we doing with all of our coins? Can we collect coins and like buy things in a shop? No, of course not. Daily quests? New character reveal? Hey, you got Conk Door and you got Goomba. And you got the bee. The bee's there. Mario Kart Tour content? Who cares at this point? And then price drop? Of course not. That's it. So these are the things that we wanted. We didn't get half of them. For an $80 game that's supposed to be the pinnacle of Mario Kart. Anyone that's telling you it's the pinnacle of Mario Kart either is a sycophant, a shill, or they really just don't know Mario Kart enough. They don't know. They don't know Double Dash and, you know, certain characters had different items that they can use. They don't know Mario Kart DS, where you had Rob the Robot and you can do a mission mode. They don't know that. They're not Mario Kart fans, man. If they say that this is the pinnacle of Mario Kart, dude, you are long lost. You're very long lost. Let me know what you think. That's it for the analysis, man. Not worth waking up at 5 a.m. for, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to go back to bed. I'll be reading your comments, though. Thank you so much for watching. Dude, this is freaking sad. All right, talk to me. Let's get you guys on the screen again. Talk to me. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? What are we thinking about this? Am I completely way off base? Am I just, do I have a chip on my shoulder? Should I be a shill and just say, I love this game. I freaking love Mario Kart. Should I be a happy, peppy Nintendo ambassador and be saying, I can't wait for Mario Kart, and just not talk about the bad things that the entire community is talking about? Well, what should I do, man? I don't know. What should I do, guys? What mold should I fit into? That's yeah, I don't know, friends. It's like, should I keep on sucking up to Nintendo so that they hopefully give me a brand new Nintendo Switch 2 at launch? You know that's what people are doing, man. And it's sick. It's sickening. I mean, I sent him an email. I sent Nintendo an email. I said, hey, you know, hey, I've been doing the work for over 13 years. I would love it if there were promotional units of the Nintendo Switch 2 so that I can continue doing my job as a content creator to showcase what the games are so that you guys can make an educated assessment of if it's worth your $600, $700, whatever you're paying for it, right? Send them an email. And so we'll see. We'll see. FTC disclosures would be a really, really annoying thing, because if they did send me a Nintendo Switch 2, then every single one of my videos I would have to have in the top corner, you know, it says product provided by Nintendo. I would have to use hashtag ad and everything. I would have to talk about it every hour on the hour. There's a lot of FTC disclosures that you have to do as someone who receives free product, which could be annoying. Could be annoying. So like at that point, is it worth me just buying it outright? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, man? Nostalgic, emotional grifters. That's how they sell. You know, it's just honestly businessmen. It's businessmen at one point, or at this point. It's not the ones who care about the systems. You know, it's not the ones who care about it. My outlook didn't change at all, and they had one job. Yeah, what else are you gonna do? Like, okay, people who are affluent, it doesn't matter. People who are affluent, they're gonna do it, man. I just like I grew up from a family where we couldn't afford a Nintendo 64. We couldn't afford buying the new stuff. So I know the value of money, man. And I can only imagine where kids that were my age back when N64 came out. I was lucky to rent a Nintendo 64. I don't know if you guys remember Blockbuster. Some of you guys are old enough, but like we couldn't afford the brand new Nintendo 64. Although I was a kid and I was begging my parents for it. I'll get straight A's, please, mom and dad. I want the Nintendo 64. We couldn't afford it. That's just what it was. Yeah, I know, boy. Yeah, I know. So like, I feel for the families that don't have an extra $600 laying around, right? I feel for you guys, because you would think that this is $500 out the door. You don't think, you're not taking into account the tax on $500, and plus an extra controller if you want one, or the webcam if you want to do that. You're not taking that into account. So we're throwing around the idea of $500 for Mario Kart, when in fact, the average tax rate on the United States is anywhere from 6 to 10%. Yeah, you don't. I went to Family Video as well. There was one right across the street from where I lived. We rented the Nintendo 64 for like 20 bucks or something like that. We rented it for like 5 days, and I played Mario 64 and I played Mario Kart 64. Like that was what we did because we couldn't afford it. This is Howl, by the way. And like I can't imagine what it feels like for the people in Brazil or people in other countries that have to pay so much like import tax. Like Brazil is very, very, like it's an insane amount of money that they have to pay for our video games that we've been taking for granted. So piracy is huge elsewhere. Piracy is just going to be on the rise, man. People are going to find a way to jailbreak the Nintendo Switch 2 on day one, and they're going to be able to free shop that stuff like they do right now on Nintendo Switch, right? Piracy is already rampant on Nintendo Switch. It's there. It's like the black market. And so if you don't want your games to be pirated, at least not pirated as much, then you need to lower this price, dude. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, boy. Why do you keep coming up here? Yeah. Okay. I'm not, yeah. It's just rough. It's going to be fun. Like, I think the game's going to be great. You know I'm going to have a fun time with it. But do you want me to feel empathetic towards everyone that's not the less than 1% who plays video games for their business? I'm just empathetic, man. I'm just very empathetic. I have empathy, and I feel for the average consumer. You know, I can honestly take all this reaction to Nintendo Switch 2. I can take it in a way of, here's, you know, Nintendo brand ambassador, you know, who just says nothing wrong about Nintendo and hopes that he'll continue getting free product from them, right? I could take it. I could be like every other Nintendo brand ambassador, or I could be like every other sycophant that hopes to get into Nintendo's arms and to get into Nintendo's wing of, you know, their people. So you just dare not speak out against them. right? Almost like a dictatorship. I could easily do that because, you know, is that amount going to, hi buddy, yeah, you want attention this morning. Oh, you want me to feed you, huh? I could do that, but like, that's not me. That's not me. Like, I'm real. I feel for all of this. And yeah, it's a business write-off for me because this is my business. But like, man, that's rough, dude. I don't know. They're asking for too much and delivering not enough for it, so. Anyway. That's right. People need to realize that. Yeah, Shaka says right over here. People need to realize it's not just the game itself we're disappointed with, it's everything around it that makes it worth. That's right. And I don't want to sound like a broken record. If you've listened to my content, you already know how I feel. Boy, you already know how I feel. You already know how I feel. Yeah, boy, you want food? Yeah, I'll get you food, I promise. I'll get you food. You're hungry. You're hungry. All right, I'm gonna go get Howell some food. Thank you so much for all the super chats, friends. I'll put the super chat funds towards the Nintendo Switch 2 and everything that we're going to be buying on day one. So know that your super chats absolutely went towards that. I look forward to hearing what else you guys have to say about the game and everything. Nintendo's taking so many steps back, but they're just using the guys as like, oh, we're so modern forward right now. We got a brand new system. We got a brand new game. We got all this stuff happening over here. Hey, now you can play 10-year-old games. You can play 10-year-old games on the Nintendo Switch too, right? And you can play Elden Ring. Hi, boy. Oh, my guy. I know. I'm going to go feed you. I got you. You're hungry. Oh, you're hungry. Hungry. Okay, go ahead. Fine, boy. Get up there. All right. Howell says goodbye. Howell says feed me. I'm going to go do that and then probably go get some more food or something. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know your honest feedback in the comments, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for being here. See you later.